Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to a fired up edition of Thoughts Count Anywhere, coming to you live from the Worldwide Digital Broadcasting TV studios in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada. You got it. Thank you for joining us today. I don't know if there's too much that went on in the world of professional wrestling. We may have to try to figure out what to talk about, but I'm sure something will come to mind. And joining me to do that, give me the teeth. I know it's coming.
I got the hotline.
Uh-oh, what is it?
All right, the hotline says it's a flip phone.
Oh,
there it is. The Chief's flip phone is alive and well.
There you go. There he is. The man simply known as the Chief is in the house.
Good morning, everyone.
I'm going to have to start calling you Gibbs now. But anyway, and to his right, the man, the myth, the legend, the man that keeps us all electronic, Mr. Matt Mullen. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Doing very well. It's another day in paradise. And, of course, joining us today over in Studio 1A, the historian, Mr. Thomas Burnett. And, of course, making us all look that much better, one of our fan favorites, if not the favorite, Miss Brandy Larry. How are you over there?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Thomas.
Don't need to speak.
We're doing well.
Doing well. Thomas, let's go. Thomas, you are on the show more often than her. It's okay if you speak.
Thank you for letting me speak. Thank
okay,
you.
There you go.
That's enough for
You're
the
done.
hour.
Right.
That's enough for the hour.
Okay, you can see the door now.
That's right.
Just don't step on any cords.
That's right. And then,
Or trip and fall.
Wait, there's caution cones.
hey, good morning, Jennifer. Jennifer's out there. By the way, Ronald, I know you're not tuned in yet. You'll notice that Thomas is not with us at the adult table. That's because I'm working his way out by going down to a smaller table, and maybe next week he'll be in the bathroom. Anyway, so
on the John.
Hey, Garth, how you doing? Good to see you out there. Been a while since we've seen you in the chat room. Hope all is well. Gentlemen, how are you since we last congregated?
I'm doing fine.
I didn't mean to trick you with that question. I apologize.
Wait a minute, let me check.
Check the flip phone.
Check the flip
Check if
phone.
you got any text messages.
I'm doing good. Just working, dealing with all the crazy Fremont people and trying to get websites back up and
Which, by the way,
all that fun stuff.
thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts.
Yes,
Number one, rebuilding
absolutely.
the Thoughts Count Anywhere website, thoughtscountanywhere.com, and AaronZauer.Vegas is up and running. A few more things that I know Matt is working on, but we are back up. Our sites are there, which means our shops are back up. So you can go online right now, thoughtscountanywhere.com, hit the shop tag. You can purchase any one of the shirts you see right here simply by going to the item on the page. Now, of course, Thomas, Mr. Historian over there, he is currently wearing our hockey jersey, which is not available on our website as of yet. Perhaps we will at some point get it up there. So there we go. Mr. Thomas, why don't you stand up and you can model the back if you'd like and show what
No
we're
one's ever going to buy
What a
anything
horrible
again.
Model.
So
You
there
get
you
better paid for a better spokesperson.
He really put that on. Okay.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Good job, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good job, buddy. That looks
Thank you.
good.
Thank you.
That's good.
All
Use
right.
the microphone. That's what it's for. The mic. You know.
How much did he pay you to say that?
I don't know.
Speaking of microphones,
I
don't.
haven't thought about it yet.
Speaking of microphones, don't lean too
I'm
far
sorry.
away.
Sorry about
All right.
that.
Hey, by the way, just as a reminder, send us chats in the chat room. We are watching them. We still have not put enough quarters in the phones just yet to make sure that they work. So we're not going to tempt fate, gentlemen. We are just going to respond to everybody via chat. If somebody does want to try if somebody does want to try it just to see if it works, 702-992-3207 is our number. You can try that. We'll even see if the phone's even plugged in. So hopefully John has remembered to plug it in and turn it on. He's checking now. As we have a dial tone, sir? There we go. He had to crank up the handle to make sure it's working. But anyway, all right.
He's got my own phone.
He does. We're right next to your flip phone.
All right.
Anyway, guys, we have a lot going on. But first, we have to start off with something, Chief, right?
Story time with Matt. It's called Story Time with
We caught our
Matt.
producer quickly. So this is what he gets for short counts. Bring
Story time with the enforcer, Matt Mullen.
All right, I got one for you just because there was nothing really too crazy on Fremont this week to blab about, but there was an update of a story.
Uh-oh.
The day after those two people got killed and hit by a car, there was
yes.
a shooting on the 3rd Street stage.
Oh, boy.
And they say they arrested the guy like right after, like they knew who he was. But I saw the mugshot yesterday. And if you work anywhere near Fremont Street and you go to the McDonald's for breakfast, There was this guy that would mess up everybody's order every single day. This dude might have been the worst person at his job on planet Earth. And when I saw the mugshot that it was him, I laughed uncontrollably for like 10 minutes.
My God.
I wanted to go send him a wrong order just to be like, hey, have fun.
So is that kind of like karma being a bitch?
Probably.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Wow.
be making wrong orders in the jail cell now.
That's right. Don't drop your meat if you know what I'm talking about. Hi, Patrick. Sorry. I
Huh?
couldn't resist. I'm
Wait,
sorry.
What'd you say?
I said, don't drop the meat.
Okay. All right.
You better hope they got powdered soap.
Hopefully Dominic Mysterio's not there.
That's right.
Gonna do hard times.
High five!
Soap on the rope.
There you go. Isn't that where soap on the rope was invented? Is in jail?
Yes. Yes.
Not that I would know. But anyway, all right. So we have to pay to chat. What do you mean you have to pay to chat, Garth? No, not. Well, you could pay to chat if you want to become a sponsor again. We'd appreciate that, of course. But
Hey,
you can
Garth.
chat all the time you want. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Garth. How you doing, buddy?
Can you see that from there?
Tom Crawford. Good morning. How you doing?
There you go.
Yeah, I
That's
can
good.
see
No,
it.
I'm happy. That's good because I don't want to look.
Didn't
on the
I
phone.
ever tell you about my eyes? I'll do that for the Chiefs rant today.
Okay.
All right,
And he's doing it with his glasses over here. So
Yep.
I don't know if you can see them because there we go. So he's doing very well.
They're just my cheaters.
Oh.
The phone's
Well, let's see
ringing.
if it's going to work. The phone is ringing.
Yes.
Thank you, Garth. Looking good in the new studio. Let's see if we can get it working this week. We had a little hiccup last week, but in the meantime, something pretty historic, I guess. Let's see if we can make it work over there. Some little news hit the wrestling world this past week, which I know will probably take up a lot of the conversation and
All right,
the
here's a
impact.
test, Jen.
All right, here we go. Let me know when, sir, that we can address our caller.
Yeah.
All All right,
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. We need the headphones, but
we'll make it work. Caller, are you there, please? Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Hello.
I hear something.
Oh, I hear it. I hear.
Not there.
Yep, but I barely hear. Caller, hang on a second. We need to raise your volume. Hang on, caller.
I can't get it up there too much. The speakers are gonna feedback into. You do it?
Okay, caller, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna let you go. We have to set up our headsets to properly hear you. So I asked that after we come back from our first break that you try again, and we apologize. We're still ironing out some of these things because we're using different microphones. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Previously, we were using what looked like a radio studio setup with the headsets and the boom microphones, and it worked very well. The microphones that you see sometimes.
Wait,
Let's not give
wait
too
a minute.
much credit
Wait
to
a
where
minute.
credit
Wait,
is
wait a
due.
minute. We
I
have
opened up
five.
a can of worms here.
We have 5 microphones working at once.
Yes, not 33 of them.
33.
533, the
Okay.
magic number.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Oh.
If I have to explain
And
these things.
and these 5 work very well.
So,
So caller, we apologize.
yes,
After during the break, we'll try to work it out and get back to you.
There you go.
Hopefully you will call back in.
Garth says someone paid the phone bill. It is paid, we assure you. And I didn't, well, I won't finish.
You didn't
that
have to
sentence.
pay it either.
Thank you. Oh, man.
In 535 ways.
We went up $2.
Okay, enough.
Anyway, so
Enough.
If Garth, if that was you, that was calling. Try it again after the break. During the break, we're going to set up the headsets. The issue is the internal volume because we're using different mics here, and the sound system is a little bit different. And quite frankly, the studio's never been tested with live shows until we came over here. So we're really testing the progress of our producer. But anyway, all right. Shall we all get started with rumors?
Hey,
gentlemen and
yeah, that
ladies?
sounds good
What
to
do you
me.
think? Rumor is now Edge will return at Royal Rumble. Anybody surprised? Let's go over to Studio 1A for their input. Brandy or Thomas?
Hasn't
No.
he returned the past 4 years at the Royal Rumble?
That is very true. It has been practice.
Something like that, right?
Thomas?
I'm not surprised, but what's he gonna do? What are they gonna go with him for WrestleMania? Go back against Judgment Day?
I would say it depends on what they do with Beth Phoenix. You guys see Beth going into the female end of the Royal Rumble?
Oh yeah, for sure.
The Glamazon.
The
She
Glamazon.
has scored a settle with mommy.
That's kind of, yeah. And they both do. If you think about it, could be a mixed tag event, right? coming up for WrestleMania, possibly.
Again,
It could be. It could
Yeah,
be.
you're right. Again.
They were saying it was going to be Edge versus Finn Balor in a Hell in a Cell match at the Royal Rumble, but now it's making it sound like he's just going to be in the Royal Rumble match. So
Okay.
I might have scrapped that. I hope not, but
Just Edge in the Royal Rumble.
yeah.
Okay.
Or like 29 other
What
ones,
happened to
but
the other 29? Yeah, that's what.
It's going to be a short pay-per-view.
Okay.
So I think we're all excited to see Edge back. I think we're all in agreement that his time in the ring is really starting to wind down now. I think that was stated in an article not too long ago that he's doing less and less in-ring appearances now. And I think he's pretty much, I think his career is winding down after whatever run he's on now.
Yeah.
I think he's doing more in the ring, though, than his former tag team partner.
Oh, yeah, it's been a Christian, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a while since has Christian even been on AEW television in a while? I don't.
No, he's out injured.
Oh, he's out injured.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's injured.
There you go. All right.
He come back for one match and got injured,
There you go.
you know?
By the way, I'm wearing an Impact hat for two reasons. Number one, because we know they're going to be out here in February. On the, what is it, 23rd, 24th, 22, 23, whatever that weekend is. with
24,
Scott.
25, 26.
That's what I said, Thomas. Thank you very much. 24, 5, and 6. But listen, I saw it in the news last night. Any company that brings back Santino Marella as the interim DOA is worth taking note of. I just thought that was pretty interesting.
If that interim doesn't last until they get here, I'm going to be so mad.
It was awesome.
I bet.
When he walked out, he had
The badge.
He had
I
this
saw-
little freaking badge you couldn't even read.
And it said DOA on the jacket, right?
Yes,
Oh man, so
it was good. It was
so
good.
That's hats off to them. Rumor is RK Bro is done.
I just got
Oh, okay.
I just got a hot message from a friend of mine
Okay.
saying that the Powerball last night,
Oh,
the winning ticket,
tell me it was from Oklahoma, from New Mexico.
Maine.
Oh, damn it.
Just
All right. Well, congratulations. We are looking for sponsors to whoever that is in Maine that won.
yeah.
Anyway, matter of fact, I think John would be also very willing to sell the studio from that person in Maine if they made the right
If
price.
the price was right,
If the price is right.
That's a game show.
That's right.
Oh,
Drew
they have
Carey.
to buy new phone equipment.
That's right. Yeah,
Right.
we can update it from the crank phone.
Yeah,
Right?
there you go.
Rumor is RK Bro is done if and when Randy Orton returns from injury. Gentlemen, your thoughts on that one?
They were entertaining for a while, but Randy Orton is one of the best single wrestlers this planet has to offer. And him in the tag team was like cool to watch, but it was kind of wasting him at the same time because
I was always
he
waiting
could
for
be
the heel
doing a lot of
turn.
other things.
What's that, Brandy?
I was always waiting for that heel turn because he's a great heel, and
Mhm.
for him to just heel turn on Riddle would have been great. But
Yeah.
I think it's run its course.
Well, I think a lot like with Sammy joining the Bloodline, not a whole lot of people were into that initially, but over time it grew and the fans loved it. And I think the same thing can be said about RK Bro. They were thrown, and maybe part of the tag team. That one of the reasons maybe was to save Randy a little bit from the back issues that eventually
Yeah.
came out, was having Riddle take half the load, so to speak. But the crowd just loved it.
Oh.
And loved it. And what was always the saying, what's best for business, right? And keeping RK Bro together, even with all the teases of a turn, I think made good business. Now they've been apart for, I think, too long to make it where they can bring them back together. So I think independently, I think Randy should, if this might be his final run at some point, hopefully due to his back, I agree, should be on his own.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him get back together for 2 or 3 matches.
Okay.
Not very long,
Mhm.
but just get back to give the fans one last hurrah.
Okay. And then he'll turn.
And then the heel turn.
I want to see him come out and immediately RKO him. Like before Riddle even gets a word out of his mouth.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And the other thing is, I read up this morning. I'm glad to see Matt's doing well.
Yes.
It looks like he is,
On his way to recovery.
yes, and back with the family. So,
Good.
I'm very happy for that.
Will be interesting, like you just said, before he gets the word out. I'm thinking when Riddle does that jump to flip his flip flops
The
off.
flippy flops.
Randy's right there on his way down to get him in the RKO, and that's it.
Yes.
He's going,
That's,
That would be-
that's
Oh, wouldn't that-
something like that.
Right?
See, that would be good because we wouldn't be expecting it.
That's right.
That's,
All right.
that's wrestling.
Last rumor we have before we go to our first break. That's a cue for our producer. Rumor is there will be major pushback, and this is going to lead into a lot of our discussion coming back. If indeed Vince does take over creative, and or if the rumor is true of the quote unquote sale to Saudi Arabia, which came out later on, was just a rumor. However, if Vince does get back in creative, and I'll throw it over to 1A first for their input. Talent pushback. What do you think, Brandy and Thomas?
I think most definitely there's going to be talent pushback because look at what was brought back because of Triple H, and now if Vince takes it back over, what
that
happens to
mine?
those guys that were just brought back?
There would definitely be major pushback. All these guys that just came back would be out the door in a
There's
heartbeat.
probably a reason there was a meeting before SmackDown last night with Triple H and the guys.
That's a good point. Guys, what do you think?
I really-
I agree. I think there will be pushback, and I think there's some already, some uneasiness.
I read a comment this morning that Triple H and his team met with the wrestlers, or the ones that weren't there were on their phones listening. At this point in time, they've assured him that Triple H is over creative and Vince is not involved. What Vince is involved in, and the reason he came back is for the selling of the company.
Are you not concerned, though, that his ego may play a role, that part of him will want to get back involved in creative? Because I read yesterday he's supposedly going to make an appearance at WrestleMania, I believe.
What I read this morning,
Mhm.
it said Triple H has total creative control over WrestleMania.
Mhm.
Now, does that mean that Vince?
Welcome to WrestleMania. thing?
Exactly, and that, hey, that's okay.
Sure.
You know that's a
If he
a
owns the
prop.
company. But,
That's a prop for him.
right.
But I don't personally see him getting involved in creative. If he gets involved creative and it starts affecting the matches, I think you're going to see a big ass rebellion.
From the fans as well. Matt?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I definitely think there's going to be a huge pushback if he ends up in creative because everyone they're pushing now is everyone Triple H brought back,
Right.
and those are all the people Vince didn't like and fired them.
Right.
And I read this morning that Vince just brought his month and a half ago fired chief of staff back to work with him in the selling side of the company.
Okay.
They're also saying that like maybe he won't get part of creative because they said he hasn't even shown up to a TV taping yet, or really even shown up to the office.
Okay.
Well, technically, he can't get involved in creative because in the SEC filing, he's put in writing that he's only there to facilitate a sale of the company and for the TV rights deals.
Well, even George Steinbrenner called down to the dugout when managers were in there calling the games, so you never know. All right, with that, we're going to step aside because after we come back from break, we're going to dive more into our thoughts, your thoughts in the comments room, everything that we can kind of digress, diagnose, and digest regarding the return of Vincent Kennedy McMahon and what that may mean to wrestling as a whole. You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Why?
Because
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
Hi, I'm George Miklos.
Hi, I'm Rick Upchurch.
Hi, I'm Aaron Phillips, and we are
The Round Table. Check us out.
Thursdays at 4 p.m. Pacific Time Live.
on Facebook page as well as WWDB TV.
One.
holy shit.
We're back.
I feel right at home now.
Sweaty.
I think welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere. Once again, the short count gets us. So to the caller,
The real circle.
the caller who tried calling in during the first segment, we are now armed with headsets, or we will be headed with what you know what I mean. Anyway,
You're gonna be headed.
So try again, yeah. Try again to call in, and hopefully the headset will solve the problem in terms of us being able to hear you. So 702-992-3207 is the number. Let's try that again, or if anybody dares. By the way, special shout out to anybody who might be listening on the WWDB-TV downloadable app. Right now, it's up for Android. We're still waiting for Apple to give the go-ahead to our producer here, letting him know that the update is
That's
finished.
why Android's better.
So the Android app is working. If you have an Apple, sorry, you got to wait. But a special shout out to everybody out there. Everybody out there who's watching, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Facebook, wherever it is, we appreciate you. And if you're watching the rerun on Roku, don't forget, download the WWDB TV channel to your Roku box if you have it. And you can catch not only our show, but all the shows that are here, the dozens and dozens and hundreds of thousands of shows that are here. You can check them out on the Roku channel. All right.
My girlfriend's in the chat room.
Which one?
Miss Jennifer. Good
Jennifer,
morning from
yes.
Hawaii.
She was there at the top of the show.
I know. I apologize. I'm a little slow today.
You don't have your glasses on. That's
Three
fine.
quarters Halfheimer's kicking in.
All right, let's get to it. Big story of the week. By the way, this came out, regarding Vince and getting himself back into position. Kind of overshadowed Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné, whatever name you want to put out there, in her return in New Japan the night before. Vince kind of took the headline over from there.
Yeah.
So your thoughts on everything going on here? This is going to be,
You mean
I think,
Sasha and her botchamania?
or Botchamania, yes,
Well-
and that
Gotcha.
tiger hair.
Was it really a impact of her coming back? She's a wrestler,
Mm-hmm.
so she left WWE.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people leave WWE. A lot of people leave AEW. Frankie Kazarian left AEW. Just signed a contract with Impact. Showed up at Impact last night on the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a big deal? I don't think so.
Probably in the scope of the world of wrestling, probably not.
I don't think so.
However, let me just, and again, I'm just putting this out there.
I
to add to the
apologize.
conversation.
Go
No,
ahead.
no, no,
Go
no.
ahead. Go
I
ahead.
just want to add this to the conversation.
Go ahead.
The way Sasha left with Naomi, the speculation, will she, won't she? Heck, there was even a storyline over at AEW. Is she Soraya's, mystery partner? I think that makes that a little more, I'll just say, intriguing.
Interesting for wrestling.
Exactly, because Kazarian signing was like spur of the moment. There was no, it happened. He signed. Great. This was something that was building ever since Naomi and Sasha walked out.
It literally depends on the wrestler of how much interest they draw. Because if we were having this conversation about like Brock Lesnar, John Cena possibly going to AEW, that'd be a gigantic freaking thing. And they're just wrestlers.
I'm more interested to know about
Naomi.
her. Thank you very much.
Bloodline.
What is Naomi doing? We haven't heard anything about her.
Mm-mm.
As far, is she still under contract to WWE? I don't know that. Maybe somebody does. I don't. So I'm just wondering if, like Matt, you alluded to, is she going to go to the Bloodline?
I think it's only a matter of time of that before if she goes back to WWE. But it seems like she is. I think she was just following her friend in like a dumb move, not realizing who her freaking family or her in-laws are technically, but
Yeah.
she has some stroke around that company now. So
Mm-hmm. Let's start over to 1A for your thoughts when you heard the news about Vincent Kennedy McMahon, Mr. Thomas.
I was surprised that he came back because we all thought he was done. As long as he stays out of creative, we'll be fine.
the business side, it's a great move.
Business side is definitely a great move. He
Brandy?
I'm still waiting to see on this sale because if it goes to the Saudis, I don't see WWE thriving as well as they think it should be.
Oh, they'll be dead if they go to the Saudis.
I saw an interesting comment last night. I guess the Khans are interested and they'd like to see a combination of the two. Now, somebody put a comment out during the week that I read. If the WWE is sold to the Saudis, you're possibly going to see territories come back into professional wrestling.
Okay.
Chief's wet dream come true.
Absolutely.
Now, Nick Khan, and I saw the article, I know you have it on the run sheet, also has already visited or has meetings planned with Disney and ESPN. What I'm surprised about is who owns NBC nowadays? Is NBC does they own the Peacock network?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
They
why are
own
we not?
NBCU.
So since NBC, and you guys can, Thomas, I'll go to you first. We already know that the WWE has content on the Peacock network. Why isn't NBC getting involved in buying WWE?
They might be, as far as we know. There could be some negotiations going on behind closed doors that nothing's getting out yet.
That's a cop-out answer. I expect a little more strength. Well, it could be. That's a Chief answer. Come on, that's my answer. Chief is always right on.
Thomas and I talked about it off air this week.
Now talk about it on air.
If we're going to. And you said that NBC owns all of it.
Yeah, they own
Okay.
Peacock and
And
yeah.
and then we threw in the one that would get hurt would be Fox
Yes.
because they would lose
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yes.
But then you said SmackDown could go to NBC, Channel 3.
Yes.
And if Channel 3 out here
Local,
in Vegas, local.
Your local NBC network.
If I remember, there used to be a WWE show on NBC, and I think it was called Saturday Night Fights.
Saturday Night Main Event.
Main event. Thank
Yeah.
you. See, I'm getting
I'm
that.
pretty sure that was it too.
So there could be a show that
Sure.
comes back on NBC. So NBC may
Mhm.
make more sense than anybody else to
Mhm.
buy them.
I mean,
They already have the full category. That's like the whole WWE network is on there.
Yes, Garth, the phones we hope are working. We have our headsets, hoping to hear you or any caller that calls in. 992-3207. That's 702 area code 992-3207. Hopefully with the headsets we'll make it work. The most logical transition in my mind would be with NBC. They already have the catalog. They already have the pay-per-views. They already have the shows. They already have everything. So starting now, do we hear about WWE on ESPN? Yes. On all these other channels. So we'll see what happens. All right, we're going to give this another try. We heard the phone ring. Mr. John's going to give us the switch and let us know that hopefully it is working. We'll be able to hear the caller. We ready to go, John? Give it a try.
Give it a try.
All right, caller, who's this? Please give us a call. Let us know. Who are you? Hearing nothing in the headsets. I hear it coming through somewhere on your end, John, but I hear nothing through that.
He's seeing the delay.
But I hear we have dead silence in the headsets.
Have you turned the volume up?
Yep.
You turned it on?
Yep.
Got it? Because I'm hearing him here.
Okay, so then there's something from the feed from there to the desk that we're missing then.
Yeah.
Can you put them on the house speaker?
I don't hear
Is
anything
that
on
where
my
we're gonna
end.
get the feedback?
Okay. Hang on. Well, then if I turn off the microphones so that we don't.
Turn them off so we can hear him. Go ahead, caller.
Nothing.
Okay, turn it back up. All right, obviously that's still not working. We're gonna have to hold off on the calls. We are sorry about that. We will get that resolved quickly as possible. Again, I'm gonna, again,
Don't call us, we'll call you.
I'm afraid that would even work. Full transparency, before we came over to the Worldwide Digital Broadcasting, this studio did a lot of recording and post-production work and then uploads to their networks. When our shows, this show and the other shows that I'm involved with came here, we like to do them live.
Live shows.
Correct.
Yes.
The live show segment is something that has been expanding here at the network, but not really as tested as much as we all have been testing it. So the phones obviously is the number one issue that we need. Strike two. Yes, Garth, I know. We're not even going to try strike three, so don't worry about it.
I'm not answering the next time he calls.
It could be just Garth.
Wait, he has the money.
Garth, you're better off just coming to the studio.
Yeah,
Yes,
be
sir.
an in-studio
Finley
guest.
Mazda, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Garth, you working today at Finley Mazda? I'm throwing a bone out there for you. I'm giving you some props. So Finley Mazda, if anybody needs a a new car, go see Garth Wall or Brandon Case at Finley Mazda, and
And we'll send
tell
you a
them the
bill.
Chief sent you.
And we'll
Where are
send,
they located?
Somewhere in Las Vegas.
It's actually in Henderson,
it's actually ended off the 95. You
Valley
go-
Auto Mall.
Valley Auto
It's on the
Mall.
other side, though, isn't it? They're on the other side. I don't know. Just look it up online.
Hey Garth,
Anyway, yes, sir.
you know I got 3/4 Halfheimers. You know that, so I did the best I could do for you.
All right. Since we have the phone issues, that'll give us a good opportunity. Since we've already caught our breath a little bit, it is time to get ready for the Chiefs rant. This is one of the favorite segments that people love listening to. Brandy enjoys it. Now she gets to watch it again in studio live and watch Chief's head explode as he talks about his rant. And I'm stalling so that John gives me a thumbs up that we're ready. There you go. There's a thumbs up. Now it is time for the Chiefs rant.
Don't Jerry Lawler yourself.
You're doing CPR then.
Good morning, folks. It is the Chief. I got my 5-minute countdown, so I got 5 minutes today. That's pretty damn good. Anyway, I'm going to talk about my eyeballs today. Since I'm not using glasses and I can actually see small stuff over there.
I think he was talking to you, Thomas. I'm not
Some
sure.
years ago, I had Coke bottle lenses on my glasses, almost like Aaron's got now. Anyway, so I went out to see my friendly ophthalmologist, and he said to me, he says, you ever thought about lens implants? And I said, no, what the hell are you talking about, doc? He said, well, I put a little cut on the side of your lens, and then I put in your prescription of your glasses. And he said, you don't wear glasses no more. That's why I'm so damn ugly, because I got all kinds of stuff from wearing glasses around here, you know, and it happened. So anyway, so he orders them for me, right? And he says, oh shit, he said, they're going to be about $14,000 an eyeball. So he did one.
Couldn't give you a discount for both at the same time.
No. So anyway, he did one. Well, come to find out, after he put the first one in, he got called up to the commanding officer's office out at the base. And they weren't what they normally put in, the $14,000 lens implants. These were $35,000. They're the type that the pilots use. Okay. So I got $35,000 in this eye and $35,000 in this eye. And I read about 2015.
So why do you still wear reading glasses?
Because
Seriously.
I feel
That's X-ray
comfortable.
vision.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So anyway, I can read. So anyway, enough on that. You saw the flip phone. Now, for my man, Mr. Matt Mullen over here, who always criticizes
Oh, he's
me
got a boring wrestler.
about old school.
John,
Oh.
I'm going to hold it up to my camera. It's a little closer for them to see.
About
John, can you
old
go to my one
school.
shot?
About old school. You got any idea who that? Don't look it up. You got any idea who that is? I'll give you. Her name is Big Mama. Big Mama. That's her name. Any idea who that is? Huh? Well, I'm gonna tell you a little story about this real quick, folks. This is Jimmy Valiant, handsome Jimmy Valiant's wife. Okay, in real life, or was. I believe they're divorced now. But anyway, she became famous. Stop. She became famous in the Miss Atlanta Lively match down in Atlanta, Georgia, when Ronnie Garvin dressed up as a woman and tag teamed with Jimmy Valiant. She was their valet, went against Jim Cornette and the and Bobby Eaton and Dennis Condrey.
The Midnights.
The Midnight Express. That's correct. All right. And this is probably 30 years ago, folks. Back in the
Longer than 30, like almost 40.
yeah, well, 30's close enough. But anyway, I just want to bring some history into it. Big Mama, You are a big mama. That is for sure.
Looking at that picture, you ain't shitting a tongue.
So that's the Chiefs rant over and out today. Little history.
There you go.
Amen to radio wrestling.
She looked like she should have been on the radio.
By the way, Garth said his address is 7760 Eastgate Road down in Henderson, www.finleymazda.com. And I'll send you a bill for the plug there.
There you go,
Autograph
bud.
cost you like
Send him a
$3-4
bill.
bucks.
What's that? What's
How
that?
much did that autograph cost you? Like $4?
$250.
In wooden nickels.
No, I got that one.
3
You got it in
wooden
person?
teeth.
Yeah. Big mama.
3 wooden teeth.
I didn't
You're just
I didn't
jealous.
think back time they made them that big.
Oh,
Wonder what they made silicone implants out of in like 1970.
I have no idea.
Hey,
Rubber.
Bunch of like grocery bags.
that's how Goodyear got its name.
You know what? Hey, you know what? Y'all can go to hell.
That's right.
We're already there.
Michigan,
Chief,
by
we're
the
already
way.
there.
We're on our way. Anyway,
I already have Loverfront property purchased. It's fine.
anyway,
We love you too, Chief.
we're entertaining Patrick out there. That's good.
Freaking eat shit and bark at the moon.
Stephanie McMahon.
Okay,
Up
just
your nose
checking.
with a rubber hose.
Just
I know we have
checking.
that one too. Anyway, Stephanie McMahon resigned the day after Vince was voted back. She's taken a leave from her leave.
She
from
had
her leave.
she had surgery
Then she
on
ended
her
up, yeah,
on her leg.
both
Her ankles.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, she had ankle surgery.
Yes.
Anyway, so big changes there. With Stephanie now out of the picture, essentially, okay, what changes? We never really saw her in front of the camera since Vince left, like we had years prior.
No.
Okay, she was behind the scenes, she was running things.
Yes.
What do you think, if any, would be her with her impact now leaving WWE again to continue her leave? What impact do you think not having Stephanie around might do for the company at this point? What do you guys think?
I mean, it's gonna hurt like the brand ambassador because she was like big on that. Like she was the face of the company outside of TV, going to do speakings and recruiting like women to do the business side. It's gonna hurt there, but it's not gonna hurt anything on the wrestling side.
Okay. Brandy, your thoughts?
I don't know. I think she did it proper as being behind the scenes, like a CEO should be behind the scenes, where I think Vince has too much of an ego and he's going to try to make it about him. So just my thoughts.
Okay. Guys?
I think like the brand part will definitely like hurt a little bit because she was the one doing like the conventions and putting like WWE's name out there for like different sponsors, different events, stuff like that. So basically leaves Nick Khan in charge of everything. And from what I've read, he's running the day-by-day operations on the business side of WWE. It's not Vince or anybody else. It's Nick Khan.
Okay. So we'll see what'll happen there. Who could step up, do you think, for that brand ambassador position that Stephanie had, where she was out there promoting the brand? And is there anybody that come to mind that you think can carry that mantle for Stephanie, for the company? I mean, Titus O'Neil is out there all the time promoting WWE as an ambassador with the kids and things like that within communities. Or is that even a role that's needed to be with somebody in particular?
What
I
about
can
Shane?
see like, huh?
What about Shane? Like Shane McMahon?
No, Shane's not gonna do any of that stuff. No, he want to go out and be a brand ambassador. No, he wants to go in there and do crazy shit.
I could see like a Mick Foley or a Shawn Michaels or something having that kind of role.
I can see that more for Mick with Sean doing
I can
NXT.
see Foley, yeah, but not Sean.
All right, it was just food for thought in terms of that position.
They might look for another female to do it, so that way they can get more females into the company.
Molly Holly,
Maybe that would be.
because she's out there a lot too as an ambassador at times for WWE.
Trish Stratus.
Stratus, possibly, yeah. Lita, maybe together, some
Yep.
kind of thing.
Yep.
Listen, we don't
Big
know.
Mama.
Big Mama. Yeah, there you go.
Only if they go to the Saudis.
That's-
Then she has to be covered up, and then I don't care.
that's-
They're covered up as they are, man. What the hell? Are your eyeballs
You gotta
bad?
cover her face.
Wait, are your eyeballs bad?
they get into the room 5
Those
minutes
damn
before
things
she
are
does.
covered up. What's wrong with you?
I'm talking about the face.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Nice try.
Okay.
No cigar.
Do you think she
Next.
holds a candle to
Next.
Do you think she holds a candle to your most?
Who? What? Who you?
Was it your big
what?
superstar of 2023, the up and coming Becky Lynch?
No. Oh, hey, I got something to talk about though.
By the way, I want to say hello to Elizabeth Miller, who's in the chat room.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. So say what we're gonna say. What?
What the hell do you think's going to happen when in May when WrestleMania takes place?
You mean in April?
No, it May.
It's April 1st and 2nd.
It's May.
May in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah. What do you think about that? Huh?
Sometimes I just don't know what to comment, ladies and gentlemen.
We don't know. We don't
That's-
know if he's
that's-
messing around.
that's time he-
serious.
I know where he's going. He's trying to get a rise out, and you only got one rise out of Thomas over there about the dates.
Thomas will
I
giggle
knew
at
already.
anything.
I just sat here quietly. We're letting it go through. Anyway,
Wait a minute, the phone's ringing. Hold on. Hello?
did you feed the gerbils? Is the string attached to the other?
You got the tin can with the string.
Yes.
Before we go to our second break, Mr. Producer, at your cue. Get right.
I got to come up with something good for
First of all,
next-
congratulations goes out to Ricochet. He announced his engagement to Samantha Irvine on the SmackDown.
He
ring
did it
announcement.
here in Vegas.
Yeah, so
They live here.
congratulations. Do they live here really? More and more people. We need to get a full. Mr. Historian, this is your job if you don't want to get fully fired.
I thought that was Matt's job as
We-
the stalker of wrestlers.
No, we need a full official directory of each and every wrestler from any promotion that lives here in Las Vegas.
Okay, I'll look on
I
that this
want
week.
a full. If not, you're fired. Ronald will
I
take
think,
his place.
you know what I think?
Is Ronald even in the chat room this week?
I think Group,
I don't know. I think he's sleeping.
he had a
He does
wrestling,
the same amount of work sleeping.
he had a wrestling show last night that he was working at.
Ricochet.
No, Ronald.
Oh,
Still,
Ronald.
it's almost
Ronald.
1:00 down there. He can freaking
Ronald.
get his ass up and watch the show.
Hey.
On the flip side, a little sad note, we
Excuse me.
want to send our thoughts and prayers out to Veer Mahan's family. His father
Yes.
unexpectedly passed away
Yes.
right before he was supposed to go on show on Friday. I think he passed away the day before and could not make his appearance. So our thoughts and prayers go out to him as well. All right, with that, we're going to step aside for break number 2 so we can then work towards wrapping up hour number 1, hoping that hour number 2 will only be better than hour number 1.
It's better.
With that, you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. Hey, you know what? We'll be right back. Hi, everybody. Aaron Phillips here, inviting you to join me every Saturday from 12 to 1 p.m. right here on Worldwide Digital Broadcasting TV on my show, Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. I bring to you the movers and shakers of Las Vegas and really all around the world. It's also fun, entertaining, silly, goofy, informative, everything you'd want to be entertained by on a Saturday, except no politics, no religion. As I said, it's designed to be a fun show. Remember, that's every Saturday from 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific, right here, Aaron's Hour, Worldwide Digital Broadcasting TV. Are you looking for someone to provide training to your staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs.
Hello there, folks. And we're back.
Oh, in 533 seconds, this show will be over. But anyway. Sorry.
Yes.
534
Hell yeah.
more than another studio has.
Yeah, John is leaving.
If my wife,
Leave the lights
if my
on.
wife is in the room, I'll explain it to you later.
Oh my gosh. Patrick, a good friend of mine, he's in the chat room. I think you guys see his name pop up there. And Patrick, I'm just going to tell you, this is what not to do when hosting your own show. But anyway, okay, you know what? Yesterday, PWI Awards came out.
Oh, about that.
Yes, yes,
What's
sir.
that?
We have like 75,000 different reasons why this is what we're supposed to be doing.
And why is that, sir?
Because our Facebook video from last week has over 75,000 views.
Wow. And that's
We're doing something right.
plus.
That Thomas didn't have enough time last week, so
We blurred his face out. That probably has something to do with it.
No,
No,
it's because Chief kept his teeth in his mouth.
No, but wait, you know what's going to happen?
Talk to me.
Our buddy Scott's going to hear you say that. You know, he's going to say it's because he was on the show.
Well, then he needs to be on the show more often. Then
I wish he was more available.
He
He's only one of the founding members of the show.
He's busy today.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure he's
Okay,
busy every day.
he is
God bless
busy
him.
today,
And he does.
and we love you, Scott,
Absolutely. And truth be told, he helps us a lot behind the scenes in a lot of conversation.
in more ways than one.
All right.
Where we
He
go?
was a
Well, I was going to
lifesaver.
say, along with our Facebook views, our show on WWDB TV on YouTube, let's put this in perspective. In the past, we would barely get less than a hand's count of views. What was the last number we had? 1,200 views last
Yeah.
week just on Facebook. And I'm anxious at the end of the month when John gets Roku numbers to see how the shows are doing up there.
Yeah.
So far, we want to thank everybody for your support in
We're back to
our
number
debut
one on
here.
Roku.
What's that?
We'll be back to number 1 on Roku.
We'll be back to number one soon.
Is that is 1,200 good?
Yes, on Facebook, considering we got
YouTube,
2, 3. I
YouTube.
mean, on YouTube, yes, considering we only 2, 3, or 4 maybe on YouTube in the past.
Okay.
But that was on our own channel.
And
This
you
is
know,
on-
I'm asking seriously
Yes,
because,
absolutely.
folks, I don't know when they're talking numbers. I don't
The-
know
the
nothing.
There's no
about that.
YouTube on your flip phone. We know.
That's right.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait, let me check. Hello, Mabel.
Big Mama.
But
That's a good flip.
That's it.
See,
that's the name of the phone. We're going to call the phone Big Mama.
I'm so stupid. I have to write my number on the back of it.
You don't call yourself.
No.
That's okay. But I want to keep in perspective when we ran the YouTube channels previously. What the hell is that? God figured out the number to call in on John's line.
Oh, I thought it was my exercise.
We were running it on our own channel.
Yeah.
That's the difference between that and running it on a network. We're running it on the WWDB TV network that has been up for years. He's got a great following. He's got over 5,000 organic subscribers, which means he didn't pay for any lists. He didn't pay anybody off to join his channel. So people are watching the show because of the strength of the network. And so
Yeah.
seeing 1,200 views just on YouTube for us, we've never seen those numbers before
Okay.
on a
Never
YouTube
experienced like a good studio like this. It's an amazing thing.
You know what?
channel. I feel the whole,
Thank you, Matt.
You're welcome.
I'm
the
just
whole is getting
Didn't even have to
deeper.
pay me to say that.
I
Either.
know.
I'm just breathing nice and easy.
I
You
know.
know that?
This is gonna be the joke that never ends.
So PW, we're going to tell the whole joke, right? Nothing but the whole joke, right?
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Swear to God.
All right, let's go over some
All right, where we
PWI
at?
awards. We're going to go to PWI awards for a
Okay,
little bit of a
Let me
shift
put
here.
the cheaters on now.
All right, even though you don't need them and paid $100 million for eyeballs. Faction of the year.
99 cents at the 99-cent store.
But that would make sense, wouldn't it?
Buck and a quarter.
$1.25 now with tax.
Yeah,
Faction of
that's
the
what
year.
Liz told
Is
me.
there anybody surprised
Faction.
or name another faction should have gotten it other than the Bloodline for 2022?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
And it's all because of Sami Zayn.
Liz says Chief is so confused. And yes, I agree with that. I believe the addition of Zayn to that bloodline, would they have been in the same position if Zayn was not involved in the storyline?
Title wise, yes. Entertaining wise, no.
Okay, so that tells me, and you guys, I'll throw this over there. We know WWE, the E stands for entertainment. Does that mean, in a way, more people interested in being entertained with entertainment versus being entertained by wrestling guys over there in 1A?
We gotta have like a nice balance. You can't just go all wrestling or you're not gonna get any viewership.
Okay, Brandy?
Sammy is the entertainment for me. He brings everything. That's why a sale to the Saudis would be scary because we would lose guys like Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
Sound like you're gonna say you agree with me, but you couldn't get it out.
Shut your mouth.
Are those two married?
Feel the love.
Never, ever.
I've always said, when we don't know what's going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
that's entertainment.
Right.
And that's what needs to keep happening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think, I agree. Sammy's the glue to that place right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're just going to have to wait and see what's going to happen.
And yet we continue to be entertained by that, even while all of us in anticipation that follow the wrestling world feel that eventually Sammy's going to be either turning on the bloodline or they're going to get rid of him to eventually join KO.
Excommunicated.
Right, and eventually join KO to go. So in the back of our minds, we're enjoying the entertainment of what's happening, but yet we all have in the back of our mind the conscious thought, this is not going to last forever because of the eventual departure of Zayn from the group. I think, could we all agree to that?
We're all entertained by the bloodline, but we're all anticipating the downfall of the bloodline as well.
Exactly. Fair enough. All right. Next announcement, most improved.
Well put.
Former WWE NXT champion Mandy Rose. Her bank account has certainly improved. That's for damn sure.
She had a television interview this week too.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. So thoughts on anybody else who could have gotten it other than Mandy Rose? Most improved.
No, definitely Mandy.
Gentlemen?
It would have had to have been Mandy. She was like not even taken seriously on the main roster. Then she went to NXT and she's like the top woman of NXT for over a year. And
Mhm.
I was waiting for her to get back to the main roster just to prove herself in front of all the main people in
The
the company.
naysayers, yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. Naysayer. Do you like that word?
It's only three syllables.
Naysayer.
Okay, three
I wanted
syllables.
to see her against Chief's top 3 up-and-coming wrestlers of 2023.
And who are they again?
Bailey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
I think someday they'll be good.
You know what?
They got something coming
You-
eventually.
You know, I want to bring something up though.
Sure.
I remember a guy that was brought up to the main roster
Mm-hmm.
and had a shitty ass outfit,
Hmm.
and now he's back on the main roster on SmackDown along with his lovely wife.
He's such a beautiful man.
I think that they could have been brought up for most improved, being what Vince did to Karrion Kross.
I agree, Chief. That monstrosity.
That's a close second.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I did good, huh?
Yeah.
Tag team of the year, FTR.
They're
No
right there
doubt,
with the
no
Usos.
doubt in my mind.
Say that again, Thomas.
They're right there with the Usos, 1-1A.
Okay.
No doubt in my mind.
Between all the
Briscoes?
titles they won and all that stuff, you could like flip a coin of like who was the better between the two. I
So-
still think it should have been the Usos. but-
So are we looking at titles? And I ask this for a reason, because whenever we talk and we have some great conversation about tag teams, the Briscoe boys come up a lot as well. Now, they don't have the amount of belts that FTR had, and we know about the Usos. Where would the Briscoes fall into this?
They were third.
Were they actually third?
I won't even.
I
They only
I
had 2
would,
matches on the whole year, so how can they even be
I-
even?
They're still the Briscoes.
I know.
I
I
would-
love the Briscoes, but they shouldn't have been considered for tag team of
Young
the
Bucks.
I would say, you know, you look at it. We got FTR, we got the Usos, we got the Briscoes, we got the Young Bucks.
Mhm.
To me, they're the top 4 tag teams in the world, and they all entertain. But I think this year, if you look at how FTR and I think in this case it was the belts
Okay.
that determined. You know, Jimmy and Jay have had the tag belts for X amount of days. I don't know, 500 and some days now, something like that. But FTR went out and held the Mexican belts, the ROH belts, the IWGP belts, and
The AEW belts.
and the
right?
AEW belts. So I think that's
Okay.
why, in my opinion, that's why they
Absolutely.
were ranked that way.
And now they're looking to split up the tag team titles in WWE.
That's what they're
they
saying.
announced it on Monday. So
That's
that
what they're saying.
it's going to be a number 1 contenders match. And
Well,
all
I
that.
think SmackDown, Fox needs a title. I think that's the Universal title. The way they've been carrying it that way has not helped one or the other networks.
same with the tag.
Same
I
thing
think
with
they
the
both
tag.
need to be split.
Yep.
Tag titles don't
absolutely.
matter 'cause
So let
Usos
me
are
ask
on
the
both
question:
shows.
if they're thinking about breaking the tag belts up, what do you think? Are they going to bring the Roman Reigns belts up also?
I don't
Probably.
They
think.
gotta at
I
some
don't-
point.
At
I
some
don't. I
point.
don't think so. 'Cause it's Roman.
But I think Fox or not Fox, but I think USA or NBC, they want that. They need a title on their show too, where
Well, yeah, you're right. Fox was not happy when they unified the titles that they realized that they were losing a belt,
Yeah, USA.
or you at one of them, they were losing a regular champion. Now you can. I think if you did the Universal titles correctly, you can still have them carrying 2 belts was ridiculous. They should have one belt like
Yeah.
they did when Chris Jericho won it back in the day, and have that champion go to each show every other week. Now that channel has 2 weeks to build the return of a champion. Now, what would that do for TV ratings when you can actually build for 2 weeks that your heavyweight champion is coming to your channel to wrestle whomever for the top, whatever, and there's not enough title matches on TV, regular TV, to garner interest and ratings as well.
If and when they do break the tag team belts up,
Mm-hmm.
okay, who do we think the next tag team's going to be besides the Usos?
Well, I think they're building up Sheamus and McIntyre now as a tag team, right?
Yeah.
You got
They have the best tag team name ever.
yeah.
The Bang Bros.
You had
Google it. Google it.
The what?
I dare anybody to Google
Google
that.
it. Google the
what
Bang
is it?
Bros.
The Bang Bros?
No,
I'll bet you Big Mama knows them.
after hours on this channel.
Is my wife still on here?
probably.
Oh,
Big
God.
Mama doesn't
I'm in-
qualify.
I'm in trouble.
That is not a Bang Bro type.
They don't have an elderly channel.
With-
Sorry.
With New Day down in NXT right now, I don't think they'll be in the equation for a while, right?
But
So
they
we-
have
I know.
Imperium. They have.
Oh, that's a good
How
one.
about Sanity? Are they coming back with Eric Young?
Imperium.
I think that's one
That's-
that might be coming back
that's
to
a
is
good one.
Sanity.
Imperium
And
without
then,
Gunther.
you know, they have Judgment
Yeah, yeah,
Day
yeah.
with Damian Priest and Dominic
Mhm.
that they could build up as
Mhm.
a tag team.
And maybe like they did originally with Cesaro and Sheamus, you just like we do with RK Bro, you just put two people together, roll the dice. You never know, right?
That's what they're doing
You
during
never know.
Sheamus.
That's what they
That's
did
what
with
I just,
Rock
I
and
just,
Sock Connection.
I just wanted to throw that out
Sure.
there. you
I
know?
think some form of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are taking the belts off the Usos.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree. Well, I think that's the direction we're all expecting
I
to
hope so.
happen. So,
I don't know now that they're splitting up the belts. I can
Yeah.
see Judgment Day taking the Raw tag titles for
Yeah.
sure.
that's
Morning,
it.
Calvin White. How you doing, buddy?
Calvin's in there.
Calvin is in there.
All right, Calvin, good to see you. All right, Rookie of the Year announced was Hook.
Yes.
Does nothing
Makes
for
total
me.
sense.
Mhm.
I have not seen enough. Now, but he didn't wrestle more than what, half the 2022 calendar? That's
On
Taz's son,
TV,
correct?
he was on Dark most.
Okay,
of the
that's
time.
Taz's son, right? If I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. Okay.
Great collegiate wrestler.
Woman of the Year, Bianca Belair. Thoughts? I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Within the calendar year.
It's always Alexa Bliss,
Ray
the new
Ripley.
face of evil.
Ray Ripley.
Yeah, I would
She
have
had
to
no
go
title.
with
She
Rhea
had
too.
no
Even though
title
she
shot.
didn't have no title,
Ray Ripley.
she is a main talk right now.
But she doesn't have a title. And
Ray
we were
Ripley.
talking about that with the tag division.
That would
I hear what
change
you're
at
saying. And
WrestleMania.
I think she should be right up there, but I understand why Bianca got it because I'm
Hey, I'm okay with
Yeah.
Bianca. She's from Tennessee. I'm okay with that. No problem. But I'm saying Ray Ripley.
but I want to go to the next
Where we
one
at?
for a reason. The match of the year was Cody versus Seth. However, if we're announcing Bianca Belair as the woman of the year, why would you not have the history making moment? Because it was last year, wasn't it? When Sasha and
No,
and-
that was the year
That was like
before.
the year
2 years
before?
ago.
Yeah, it was the year
Never
before.
mind. I'm sitting too close to Chief.
He's got half-timers.
I got the other half
Yeah,
of his
you
three
did.
quarters.
Yeah,
But
the
anyway, so
quarter.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with this match primarily because of Cody and what he did after the injury.
But which match is it? Out of
The Hell in a
three?
Cell.
The Hell
It's
in a
the Hell
Cell.
in a
Yeah.
Cell.
How about Britt Baker and what's her name?
Thunder Rosa.
That was like 2 years ago.
Was it?
See, I gave you back your other half.
Well, damn. Rewind.
So don't call the kettle black over here. So.
Hey, I wasn't.
No.
You want me to? I
No,
will.
I don't want you to. Most hated, MJF.
Uncle Guido, I need a
Always.
favor.
That's right.
I agree with that.
Hey, Nicholas, some guy, Nicholas Burnett's in the chat room.
Hey,
Okay.
Nick.
Most hated MJF.
No problem with that, no.
Consensus with that one.
Makes
Yeah.
total sense.
Would Punk be considered most hated for a little different reason than MJF?
Most hated. If there was an award for most hated backstage, apparently, probably, but
Okay.
the fans still loved him until the day he left.
All right. Feud of the year, MJF versus Punk.
It was kind of funny that MJF posted the pictures with the plaques, and he like put a piece of tape over CM Punk's name and put MJF, and CM Punk actually commented on his Instagram thing. He was, "You may want to put a piece of tape over those ratings too."
Oh, jeez. Fight fire with fire is what they say. Comeback of the year, Taya Valkyrie. Comeback of the year.
I don't I don't know if I agree with that one.
Who would you put in there?
Oh, man, I'm named Carrying Cross.
Okay.
Carrying
Carrion.
Cross.
Yeah.
Thomas?
I agree with Brandy, which is shocking, but I would go across as well.
Okay.
I would have gone Bray Wyatt.
Or
Okay.
that.
Was Bray?
I love Cross, but
Was
Bray
Bray-
Wyatt's made a bigger impact.
Was Bray on TV long enough though? You know, yeah, he's been on
Like 5-6 years.
No, but
Oh, like
since recently,
recently?
yeah.
within 2022.
He's
Yeah.
he's only been on what, 5 months?
Yeah.
Cross has been on almost the whole year,
Come into the
and then some.
He hasn't been in that many matches though
So,
recently.
Come into the microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I
Don't talk to the wall.
talk to my hand.
No, but I think Bray could be if you look
Yeah.
at the calendar year, if he was on enough or back
Yeah.
long enough.
Did you get
But-
to see Bray last night? That was pretty good.
Another
Yeah.
comeback
I
that I
enjoyed
could
that.
say,
Yes.
sorry.
No, go ahead, Brandon.
Another comeback I could say is Bailey, because Bailey coming back was
That's a good one.
even though she was in a faction, she's been in a faction for some of that. She was out for a significant part of the year with a good injury.
About a year and a half is
Yeah.
how long she was out. But I think
That's a
the
good one.
downside is, though, her faction really didn't blow off the roof. I think that a lot of people expected.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
just
like
been
to-
in the last few months that she's gotten her steam up again.
How
Exactly.
about Charlotte?
Nah,
She just barely came back. So
she
that
can
doesn't
go back
count.
away.
How about Charlotte?
She can
No,
go
she
back
just barely
away.
came back like 3 weeks ago. That doesn't
How
count.
about Charlotte?
No.
How about we
I
move
didn't
on?
know.
Wait a minute. If we want to get Chief started, let's announce the last one before we go to break. Indie Wrestler of the Year, Chief's favorite, Matt Cardona.
I hope he comes back at the Royal Rumble.
Mr. Producer, let's go to break.
With that, we're going to end hour number
Well,
one.
I'd go with
We thank you for watching hour number one of Thoughts
I hope he
Today.
shows up to Sam's Town. Oh
Hour
my
number
God,
two
I
coming up
cannot.
next. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm George Miklos.
Hi, I'm Rick Upchurch.
Hi, I'm Aaron Phillips, and we are
The Round Table. Check us out.
Thursdays at 4 p.m. Pacific Time Live.
on Facebook page as well as WWDB TV.
Are you looking for someone to provide training to your staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs.
Seriously.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Thoughts Count Anywhere, coming to you live from the WWDB TV studios in Las Vegas. We appreciate you tuning in and making us part of your Saturday. The crew is here. Studio 1A, we have the historian, Mr. Thomas Burnett, and our special in-studio guest today, the one, the only, Ms. Brandy Lowry. And, of course, the three ringleaders up here, well, Matt, Chief, and myself. Chief would like to, and I agree, we didn't give him much time. Let's talk about Matt Cardona and how he's really reinvented himself
Put some respect on that name.
since he retired Zack Ryder.
I'm trying to be nice to you, man.
He's the best territory wrestler in 2022.
He
I may come
fucking
to sit with you guys
sucks.
over there.
Come on.
Anyway,
If he doesn't come back at the Royal Rumble,
You can just
you're gonna have a
Thomas's
lot of
charity
freaking
walk.
explaining to do at Sam's Town.
this is what I was seriously talking to Matt with. With Chelsea leaving Impact and going to WWE, and as I asked you, I don't see Matt staying at Impact. I see him going back to WWE, but you made a couple comments to me that I think need to be said on the air.
He has so many like side projects going between like the podcast. He has like his own toy lines now and stuff. And he said multiple times he will go back to WWE, but he will not give any of that stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
So if Triple H says you can still do like your toy lines and podcasts and all that, he said he'd gladly go back. He wants to prove himself there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hunter will let him keep it all.
Say again.
I think Hunter will let him keep it all.
Here-
Yeah, but Hunter's only in charge of creative. It's Vince McMahon's in charge now.
Could it be a breaking point for professional wrestlers who are independent contractors, unless they've signed a contract, to be allowed to finally sell their own merchandise, their own figures, the whole 9 yards. Is that hopefully possibly be the opening that they need, like to be able to bring Mandy Rose back into the fold?
That's what like Cardona and Myers have like their own like toy line, and they'll sign like certain like they were huge people of like the Hasbro like figures, and like Atom Bomb never got his own figure, so they signed Brian Clark to a contract, and they made the Atom Bomb figure that never came out.
Well, I think when you compare a toy line to what is perceived by WWE, the egregious act of what Mandy Rose was doing with OnlyFans, I still think there's a little apples to orange comparison just for those two instances.
I don't know, because I didn't look at it, so
but you know what OnlyFans is, right? I mean, seriously, it's a serious question.
I would assume that it's Big Mama.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I would assume that. And I think Big Mama's bigger than Mandy, to be honest with you, up top.
Well, I'm not.
Yeah.
Down low.
But anyway,
God forbid, is Mom still in the chat?
I sure to God.
Wait a minute now.
Man, I hope not.
it doesn't matter because you can go back and watch it.
I know.
I'll clip it. For
Don't
you.
tell him. Hush.
But
That's all right. Our feed went down 20 minutes ago.
we've just been entertaining ourselves. Is that what you're saying? So, well, that's not hard to do anyway.
I just
we
picked
didn't
up
go
from the
live?
other studio.
Huh?
We anyway.
We
So-
didn't. What the hell's up with that shit?
I think.
Easiest person to fool. I'm sorry.
John, take your headset off. I want you to come up here and let him know you were only joking. It's all okay. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. This is JPEG. This is
Hey,
John.
this is
man
my
behind-
man right here.
Okay,
my
so-
fellow Marine.
So I
Young
think,
man.
I think he.
Wait.
I think
My
young
fellow
man.
Marine
just kidding.
that we give so much trouble to, but man, is he dynamite?
And I just want to let you know that this squid here,
Yeah.
right,
Yep,
was one of the best chauffeurs that I ever had.
damn right. and
You guys used to take us everywhere. Thank you.
And you know what?
Driving
If-
Mr. Daisy.
And-
when
dude,
he
I was only kidding. We're
when-
still broadcasting.
when he
Not
looked
anymore.
when he
I'll
looked
lose my life.
when he looked at his checks that he used to get every 2 weeks, it said Department of the Navy, not Department of the Marine Corps either. Just to clarify.
Yeah, you're a department.
Just to clarify.
You're a
Okay.
department. We're a force.
A fart. No, I didn't say that.
Anyway, what were we? I don't even know what the hell
Hey,
we're talking about.
but
It
you
just
know
doesn't
what?
matter, 'cause- but let's go back to Mark.
On a serious note. On a serious note,
The greatest territory wrestler of this generation, Matt Cardona.
Mr. John,
Trash Cardona.
seriously, on a serious,
Mitch Cardona.
Mr. John
Yes, sir.
is doing a fantastic job. As you said, and we've said, not many live shows, so we're working through the bugs, and we'll eventually
Including
have.
John, we're testing him to the degree.
Yeah.
I gave you kissed the
testing his
new
patience.
producer's ass more than you did the other one in 2
Hey,
years.
we even got a coffee pot back there and a refrigerator
Yeah.
and a refrigerator filled with
Studio 1A.
water.
And indoor plumbing.
Yes.
I
And
don't
we're
have to
gonna
go
give a
through a
shout
living room.
out to. There are many live shows being broadcast on social media.
500.
Bitch, look around.
Oh, Lord.
That's,
Oh, here we go.
I
All
hope
right.
hold on. I hope that statement's going to make it around social media.
All right. Where we at
Oh,
here?
who gives a shit? We've totally lost the show. Welcome to Las Vegas News, everybody.
You can call us at BR549.
That's right.
Hey, I got a call from Elon Musk. He was interested in buying the place. They're going to shut us down and fire
I was
everybody.
going to say he'll bury us like the tunnel. But anyway, did you want to say more about Matt Cardona?
No, I
Did you even
think-
get started?
I think
We've covered that?
we got the point we wanted to
All
get
right,
out.
very good.
But I did take notice. MLW has figures of Hammerstone and Carrying Cross now for $39.95 coming out, folks. Just to let you know.
Let's go to Matt's favorite topic, Alexa Bliss.
Giggity.
Thoughts on Alexa Bliss?
Do we have to?
Thoughts on herself?
I thought John was going to the bathroom.
I
to
thought
take
so. I
a-
thought he was running out.
Yeah,
his
because
head
of
on
Alexa,
fire.
because of Alexa Bliss.
Bliss called herself the new face of fear. She was also called the most underrated wrestler in WWE by Bleacher Report. Do you agree? I don't want to say underrated, but the last year she really hasn't wrestled like she did previously. So I don't know if underrated is the right word. Underutilized in the ring, maybe.
Yeah, like underutilized in the ring for sure. She's a real talented like female wrestler, but she's like moving more focused on like doing all this character stuff because
The acting
she
side.
eventually wants to get into movies and
Right.
stuff, which this will probably be a good gateway for her.
Mhm.
But I don't know if I really want to see like her go back to the Bray Wyatt stuff.
That's what I was
but-
going to ask you.
I don't. I'm so over that.
That's what I was. But if you look at her character that she's doing right now, you know, last week seeing the guys with the mask on and all that, to me, that's Bray Wyatt stuff.
It was kind of funny when she was like, "I'm the new face of evil," and I'm like, "You're way too pretty for this."
Well, here's where I see a disconnect, and I'm going to throw it over to 1A to get their thoughts on this. When we saw Bray go away in the match with Randy Orton and Alexa pops up on the blocks and the
Right.
black and all that stuff,
Right.
you had that there. Now, that means she kind of took over the evil force, so to speak, I believe, at that point, because
Yeah.
Bray was gone, right? Now we're seeing her come back in this capacity. There, in my opinion, again, guys over there in 1A, does it make sense that Alexa would be quote unquote under Bray Wyatt's spell, given what happened the last time we saw them together, where she should be the power? What's your thoughts on keeping things consistent with the two of them?
Consistent? Really?
Well, that's why
I
I'm
don't
asking the
care for
question.
it, so I'd rather see Alexa do her own thing and get away from the Bray Wyatt stuff. It's
She should be
just-
on her own, but
I want to see the goddess Alexa Bliss become champion.
I think she'll be champion. I think she's going to be Bianca here soon.
Okay. All right. Just food for thought on that. I agree. I'd like to see Alexa get back to wrestling and getting back to her own story.
Yeah.
I think this thing with Bray Wyatt has gone too long in many ways, and I think it's time that she goes back to standing on her own 2 feet and doing her thing as the wrestler and performer that she is.
Got a question.
Sure.
Got a question. Is Bray going to be the force or is Uncle Howdy going to be the force?
Well, if you watched SmackDown last night,
Bray
Bray
said-
Wyatt did say he is Uncle Howdy directly in his promo.
Do you believe that?
I don't know how it's going to lead, but I did read somewhere that Bo Dallas was backstage on Raw. So if Uncle Howdy happened to come out, you know who it is.
Well, but Uncle Howdy came out with Bray in the ring a couple of weeks ago and took him down, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, again, I think I don't want to see the disconnect there. I just having it
That's-
come out that he's everybody, I think waters down that entire plot line.
Yeah.
Regardless of who eventually may come out from under the mask and we see Bo or whoever. I think right now, if you position Bray to be, and he's not wrestling because he has a broken finger. So
Yeah.
they're trying to keep these storylines alive. At least that's what they're saying until Royal Rumble.
Bray has a broken foot?
Yeah, he broke his finger on the house show a couple of weeks
Madison
ago.
Square Garden.
And,
Right.
and that's keeping him from wrestling?
Well, it depends on how bad the break is and where it is.
Fucking tape it up.
Rub some
Shit.
dirt on it. What the hell do we know?
He's
Let's
supposed
see.
to
What
have
are we
that
talking about
lights out
next?
See,
match.
that's what's wrong with these big ass contracts. That's what's wrong with it. Okay. Oh, I'm hurt. I'm injured. I can't wrestle. I got a broken finger. Please give me a break.
Lights out
Give
match.
me a break.
Lights out. Is that the Mountain Dew lights match?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the hell? I mean,
Where
that
we
may be
at?
In the middle. No, we're on back. turn
We're
the page
still
over.
in the
Still
on the
other
front
side.
page. Oh, we haven't made it to the back
Not
yet.
yet. We'll do that after break.
All right.
Um,
Okay, I'm getting there.
Was it? Has
Put the
any
cheaters
details
on.
been given about what this lights out match is going to be, other than the obvious 2 words like there'll be no lights on? I mean, really? I mean,
Who
or are
the-
they going to be blindfolded and hooded? What do you think?
Who's wrestling in it?
That's
Bray and
LA Knight.
LA Knight.
Thomas, what do you think?
Yeah.
What are we going to see?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Buddy.
Eli
Yeah.
Drake. Yeah.
Guys, over
LA
there in 1A.
Knight.
Hello.
Well, I was waiting for them to stop. That's why.
When has that ever
Yeah.
stopped you? When has that
I
ever
know.
stopped
Well,
any
I'm
of
trying to
us?
be polite for once.
If you speak up in the microphone, people could hear you, sir.
I think they can hear me just
Thank
fine.
you.
I haven't had any complaints yet.
Let me make a phone call.
Yeah, get his working. So, what are your thoughts? What are we going to see in this match? What does this mean?
Nothing.
What do you
Just
mean nothing?
noises.
Nothing.
Yeah, just hear noises.
I think it's going to be like a black light on them.
So like the red light in the cage that Seth and Bray did
No,
years
I
ago?
don't
I
like
think
that. I
hoodies.
mean like a black light
Put
field.
things on them.
Like you have to be able to see something, or
Right,
they're not going to be able
exactly.
to
Right.
have a match.
Maybe they'll be hooded.
I think they're legit going to turn the lights off, but between everybody's like phones, you'll be able to see something.
Yeah, well, because all the fireflies,
Where does Mountain Dew come?
But do we-
Mountain Dew Pitch Black Match is the official title.
probably
Yeah.
because Mountain Dew is
They're coming out
sponsoring
with a new
that
flavor.
match.
Yeah.
That's true,
The
right? Go
sponsor.
That
ahead.
they announced like 3 weeks before this match was announced.
Go ahead, Chief.
Do you have to go to the bathroom, Chief?
No, I tied a knot in it.
He's got the pens for that.
Anyway, what I was going to say, I remember seeing a match back some time ago that they put hoods on
Yes.
and they had to go around.
Yes.
And I think
Wasn't that
that's
just
what
called
it's
a
going to be.
blindfold match?
I
Correct.
think that's what it's going to be.
They showed like the
didn't
lights,
they have
like
one of those with like Rick Martel and Jake the Snake
Yeah.
Roberts?
Correct.
they showed like in the commercial,
And
like the
Triple H
lights
Halo.
being out in the arena.
Mhm.
Well, that could be
I don't
too.
know.
Well, we'll see. I mean, that's what's adding the
Or
intrigue.
we won't see.
Well, we won't see. That's right.
Or it
You
could be in
won't
the
see.
back.
But we have
It's gonna be
535
numbers.
reasons.
But during
Oh.
Bray Wyatt's promo, like this little QR code thing came up, and it was like a picture of the Fiend if you clicked on the thing. So
Oh, really?
who knows what we might
Who
see?
knows? All right. With that, y'all, we're going to step aside for our first break of the second hour. We thank you for hanging in with this crazy group over here that we have. You are watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Because the chief said so.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
Hi, I'm George Miklos. Hi, I'm Rick Upchurch.
Hi, I'm Aaron Phillips, and we are
The Round Table. Check us out. Thursdays at 4 p.m. Pacific Time Live.
on Facebook page as well as WWDB TV.
And we're back.
Welcome back
Think
to
so, huh?
we don't know.
Maybe we're live and maybe
Leave the
we're not.
journal
Who
under
the
the
hell
table.
knows?
We-
I don't know.
It's
All right.
Memorex.
It's
Oh.
that's oh my goodness.
All right, where
All
are we
right,
at here?
Matt Hardy said on his podcast that he thinks Brock Lesnar has more star power than John Cena.
Matt Hardy's. Matt, have you been around Jeff too long? Do you need to go into rehab or what? Huh? Do you need to go into are you serious? You really said that?
He really said that, yeah.
I'm losing respect for you because there's no way Lesnar's got as much power, star power as Cena. I'm sorry.
Brandy.
How many?
Oh,
wait.
I'm sorry, yeah.
How many Make-A-Wishes has John Cena done?
Record numbers.
And how many has Brock Lesnar done?
Don't know.
Don't know. Enough said.
As a bad guy, though, he probably kept kayfabe, so he would never do any of that as a heel. But you're right. I mean, listen, just as a person, the Today Show and all the movies.
I'm
and
throwing it out there.
I think Peacemaker's all you need to say about draw power. Brandy, you kind of chuckled at the question over there.
You are
I
correct.
really don't give a crap about either one of them. They both bore me to death. So, John Cena, I like him for his charity work, but they both can go away.
So, Brandon, I'm going to ask you a multiple choice question. Most boring wrestler in your mind, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, or Goldberg?
Oh, Goldberg.
That was an easy setup.
Goldberg gone.
Easy setup
That
there.
man should never ever wrestle again. He's too dangerous ever.
Hey, I got one to bring up.
Sure.
I heard and read, and you can only believe so much in what you read, but I heard that Sting's going to retire this year finally. He's going to.
I did not see
He's
that.
going to hang the boots up.
All right.
I think that's a good idea.
I do too.
I think it's time.
Although I
I'll
like
believe it when I see it.
him with Darby Allin.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, but
Okay,
I think
really
it's a
do.
good idea.
In that
But I
aspect,
think he's going to be around forever like Flair.
Not wrestling,
Right.
But
As an advisor in
But-
his corner.
as a Arn Anderson or a
Right.
Tully Blanchard, I like that.
I don't think anybody will have any issue if Sting decides to retire from active wrestling in the ring. If he's still around like he's doing with Allen, I think everybody would be happy with that.
Yes,
Speaking
sir.
of Tully, did you see that he said that he's done? He's done with wrestling.
I did see that.
Yes.
He doesn't want to, but I think, I could be wrong, but I think the words he used, embarrassing, or didn't want to embarrass himself.
I
Yeah,
think
he
that was
doesn't
a
want-
jab at his friend Ric
Right,
Flair
at the
there.
way- exactly. So, all right. Next topic. It's hard to believe this, but WrestleMania has already broken the all-time gate record for the event before a single match has even been announced for WrestleMania 39. I think that's crazy off the charts information.
And just think about it. They got 5 months.
Right.
Can you believe that?
Sure.
5 whole months.
You are so confused.
5 whole months till May.
There's only 4 lights.
They got 5 months. Can you believe that?
No, I can't.
I think it's awesome.
It's a spectacle. It goes by name only now. Doesn't
We're gonna
matter
be
what-
a,
This
we're
show
gonna be
is a spectacle.
we're
Right?
gonna
I
be a
think,
day,
don't
but I
know if
also
it's for the
think
right
that
reason.
we're gonna be a day late and
I
a dollar
think that
short.
the big rumor of Rock versus Roman is catching on in the whole LA crowd, and
Yeah, sure. And I agree with that. I think the prospect of Rock and
Uh-oh, what the hell?
Roman, belt or otherwise, doesn't really matter.
doesn't need a title.
Yeah, that match does not need a title because we know the title that really will be up for grabs, and that's head of the table.
Head of the table.
Right.
hmm
So I think the build up for
And I
that.
think it would be the Rock's last hurrah match.
Oh, I agree, Chief.
Mountain Dew Pitch Black match.
We
What the
talked about
hell's
that
the
last
what the
segment.
hell's
I've
the
I've
what
read
the
it before.
what the
6
hell's
times.
the new soda called? Mountain
Pitch
Dew?
Black? Mountain Dew Pitch Black is the name of the soda.
I wonder how much Mountain Dew or Pepsi, whoever owns them, is paying.
You know
I
what?
haven't
Yes,
been on
Pepsi
that
don't
a lot.
want to do.
Paying not only for this, but just for that match.
You know what? I would much rather have a
Winners paid in cases of the new
wait a minute,
soda.
I'm trying to think of the damn name of the soda.
He's like, I'd rather have a 1942 cream soda.
Hey,
Lights in.
hires root beer.
Knee high.
Oh, how about Yoo-Hoo?
Me for Yoo-Hoo.
Do you remember the commercial back east? He used to do the commercial for that one for Yoo-Hoo. Do you remember?
Mickey.
That no.
Ralph
Right.
Nader.
Nope. Shut up. Right team, wrong position. Number 8,
Garrick?
Yogi.
Yogi.
Yogi used to do that commercial
Yeah,
for you.
Yogi.
By the way, mark your calendars
We still
for
sell you.
March 24th.
Yes.
Las Vegas is going to be hosting SmackDown. Where, Mr. Matt?
The MGM Grand Garden Arena.
Put it on your calendar. Tickets will be going on sale soon.
Next Friday.
That's what I
Friday.
said Friday of the 20th of January, like a week from yesterday. See what happens. See how I twisted that.
Mhm.
Anyway, so check it out. Put it on your calendar. We're going to listen. Hopefully TCA is going to be there in full force.
You,
some force. Yes, sir.
You need to do an announcement about our show at Samstown.
When WWE comes, we tend to get screwed over in this town
With-
a lot.
with our fellow founding father.
I got something to say before you start the kiss ass
how
session.
about
though.
that one? That was pretty good.
I don't have to say anything. You just did it. Just give them the dates.
3/4
Thomas.
Halfheimers.
He's like, you
February
really should
20
announce the Samstown show, the February 24th and 25th upstairs in the Broom. You really should announce that, though.
What?
And I think TCA
With the
is-
Impact people and Willie
And-
Galt there,
and
really
it's-
should announce this stuff.
25th and 26th is card show. 24th, 25th, and 26th is Impact.
and I think that's
And the
Saturday.
24th is the pay-per-view.
Correct.
If only we had a flyer here in the studio that had all the information for us, we might actually have the correct information. Oh, we need the teletype. This just in. Samstown Sports Cards Toy and Collectible Show, sponsored by Power Play Sports Collectibles. Impact No Surrender. That's Friday. Impact Fallout Saturday. Impact Fallout Sunday, night number 2. Sponsors Impact Game Day Sports Card, Captain Ticket, My Four Sons, the Pop Shack, and I cannot read what that one is. Ganman Designs. I apologize.
Band Designs.
Chadman.
Chadman Design.
Chadman. That looks like a G. They need somebody to fix that font for a design company.
And
Anyway,
and Finley Mazda also just came on board.
did they really?
Yes.
And the other flyer, Thoughts
you-
Count Anywhere.
And on the and the new one, if you've seen the digital version, Thoughts Count Anywhere, we'll be hosting our show live from 9 to 11 a.m. from the card, and from 12 to 1, some guy named Aaron Zauer will be hosting his show. Oh,
It's Ruby.
I saw the clip of that. That was absolutely bananas.
Ruby.
Saturday, February 25th and Sunday the 26th is the
Savannah
card
Bananas?
show, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. $5 admission, Sam's Town Hall, hotel and gambling, casino and all that stuff. 5111 Boulder Highway. Just go to Power Play Sports Collectibles and you'll see all the
Can I
information.
come be on the show
And
that time?
come out because Chief will be signing autographs too.
And they'll be paying you to do it. Anyway, two things left.
We're too busy,
WWE
Chief. You don't have time to sign autographs.
Two things left on the WWE report that I want to mention.
Where
Adam
we at?
Pearce confirms that, and I think we talked about this earlier, undisputed tag team titles will be separated as Judgment Day will get a shot at the Raw tag team titles and the Bang Brothers. They will
Bang
be trying to
Bros.
find the number one contenders for the SmackDown titles. We kind of
Bang
touched on that
Bros.
earlier. But the last one I want to mention, because William Regal, we all know more or less, is back with WWE in a backstage role. His title is Vice President of Global Talent Relations. However, from what I read earlier in the week, he cannot appear on television for about a year, given his contract with AEW, and that was part of the agreement for him to be released from AEW to return to WWE.
I don't think
That is
makes-
correct.
I don't think that makes any difference. I think a genius mind.
Mhm.
Okay, and he is going to be able to bring so much and help both Triple H and Shawn Michaels on creativity and working with young wrestlers and
Mhm.
developing.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, there's not a better person in
Right.
the business that fits that.
I think we're all in agreement with that. His TV appearances, even when he was in NXT prior, was rather minimal, because he was that guy who would maybe announce a match here or there. But I
Yes.
think you're right. I think behind the scenes, it's not going to change anything
His-
from previous. It's just going to continue to
In
improve.
this new role, he has to be at every TV taping.
Oh, there you go.
I just wanted him to come out on TV and say 2 words. War games.
Well, if they record him saying that and they hear his voice, would that violate the contract? He doesn't come out, but he does it backstage.
Probably
Who
not
knows?
because
I don't know.
he's not appearing.
Wait a minute, what's it
But
say?
his voice is.
He
So
can't
just the voice.
he can't be
On
in front
TV.
of the camera.
Till 2024.
So then he can't be on camera backstage either.
No, but they give him a microphone to welcome
record
everybody
his
like a
voice.
stage announcer. And that, just be behind the curtain and just welcome everybody to the show. He doesn't have to be on camera.
Oh, okay. Okay. If you say
It's
so.
like the British Wizard of Oz.
All right, let's go to the last night.
Where we at?
There was a big pay-per-view last night for Impact. Speaking
Hey,
of-
it was awesome.
So why don't we start off with the first match? Josh Alexander retained his title against Bully Ray.
I was surprised. I honestly thought Bully Ray was going to win the title.
Me too.
Now I'm completely expecting him to win it in Vegas.
Why,
Bully
why
Ray.
would that be? Why would you think? Why are you expecting?
Because it's
that?
the next show. He's going to get a rematch. He's going to cheat somehow to win.
Okay.
I think Bully Ray is going to walk out Vegas Impact World Champion.
Okay, you heard it first. Let's go over to 1A. What's your thoughts on that match from last night? Hey, Principe. Good morning, sir.
I was very surprised that Alexander retained. I thought they would have Bully win,
You really was surprising.
and then it have like Alexander chase. But we'll see where it goes after tapings tonight.
Okay, Brandy.
I didn't watch.
Okay.
I'm giving you my opinion.
No,
I didn't
that's
see
fine.
it, so I don't know.
Yeah, but you can still give an opinion on him winning or not, or whether.
I don't know. I like Josh Alexander, and I think Bully is Bully.
Okay.
Just-
Frankie Kazarian, as you mentioned earlier, signed a long-term
Chief had
contract with
something to
Impact.
say.
What? You said it before. But go ahead, give your thoughts. I thought you said earlier in the show about that. Go ahead. Josh Alexander and Bully.
I think the director of authority is going to come out and put Bully in line.
And then
And-
he goes to the table.
And Josh Alexander is going to retain his belt again
Here in Vegas? you think?
here in Vegas.
Will they
Yes.
bring out the snake?
yeah. Do we get the snake?
I just want the director of authority
can.
to come upstairs at Sam's Town around 9 o'clock that Saturday.
If we can get him,
Yeah, that'd be great.
if we can get him.
We're going to have to task our good friend Scott to see what we can do with lining up some
And he's
folks.
allowed, and he can go by Santino Morella because WWE let that trademark lapse.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes, that's right.
That's it.
So they don't have to worry about changing his name. He can go by Santino Morella with no implications.
That's right.
Isn't his daughter in
Yes.
professional
I
wrestling?
believe she's in.
think
Isn't
she's
she
in
in
NXT.
NXT? I believe she's down in
She in
NXT.
NXT.
What?
Santino. Sorry to wake.
Oh, I'll just
We're
looking at
waking
the
you
dumbest
up.
thing I've
We're
seen on the
waking
internet.
you
in a
up or
minute.
what?
Santino
I'm gonna talk
Morella's
so much shit in a good second.
Santino Morella's daughter is in NXT.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I asked.
That's what
Ariana
he was
Grace.
asking. Yeah.
Ariana Grace?
Mhm.
Okay. The main event, Mickey James' last rodeo continued as she beat Jordan Grace for the knockout title for Impact. So Mickey James continues her
I
last
like the
rodeo.
little Barbie face on her.
Oh,
Matt is not a fan of Jordan Grace.
Disgusting.
oh. Mickey ain't gonna win it. The odds were what?
Yeah,
What was the odds?
they were in Jordan's favor.
Huh?
So if you would have bet money on Jordan Grace, you would have lost big time last night.
And who won the belt?
Mickey won.
Thank you.
I'm actually happy for Mickey
I
because
rest
I
my
think
case.
with
I
her
will
long-
get to see her again, and I will have the shirt on. Yes, indeedy. Sorry.
No. You're. Oh.
Am I okay? Do I need to keep rolling here?
Did you just? Is that what
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
responding to?
Yeah, he's gonna take care of that. Anyway, no, I really think that I think it'll be a good match. But I think there comes a time, and Bully, looking at him last night, he looks in good shape.
Yeah.
He looks in good shape.
lost over there. We don't even care.
I just think that the time has come. Okay, and I think Josh just needs to retain the belt. That's what I think. So,
I think he's been champion too long. They need a
I
new
thought we were talking
champion,
about
and
Mickey.
Bully Ray should be.
how about Hendry? Is Hendry a possibility?
I believe in Joe Hendry.
No.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I had to bring it up.
I think he got new
I had to
music.
bring it up.
No, I love Joe Hendry's entrance music. Don't change it.
Let me look this up. I think I got to look and see getting the music.
Oh man.
And our host, Aaron, has given up.
No.
No,
I'm
he-
letting them do their thing, and I'm letting something sink in that I'm
Uh,
withholding on. Anyway, what's the next topic we want to talk about?
Frankie Kazarian.
Thought we were talking about Mickey.
Frankie. Oh, Mickey. Okay, we'll go to Mickey.
We thought we were talking about her, and then you started talking about Bully again.
Okay, well, I can do what I want. Because
Mickey James beat-
the chief says so.
Mickey James beat Jordan Grace. That's where we were in the middle.
Mickey James and Jordan. You know what? Jordan's power and Mickey's finesse. All right. And that's the best way I can put it. I watched it last night, and I'm gonna tell you what. I know Matt's feelings on Jordan, and
That's how I feel about Hammerstone.
you can't disagree that the young lady has power. And
Have you seen her before pictures? Before she
Yeah,
became
yes.
physically who she is? We got to tip her cap. This
yes,
gal was.
she's worked hard.
She's worked hard to get in the physical condition
Yes.
that she's in.
Yes.
She was a lot heavier. You've seen a lot of her before and after pictures. So
Yes.
I've got to tip my cap to her for that, as well as what she's done in the ring, being that powerhouse. So, I'm happy for Mickey.
And I look at the
I'm
other
happy for Mickey.
I look at the other females that are in Impact, and Jordan was the right one to have the belt. Okay, I'm just glad. And there's going to come a time Mickey is going to lose the belt. They showed her son last night and her mom and dad in the ring with her, and Victoria was there.
Mm-hmm.
Who's a good friend of hers, and I'm trying to think of the third one out of the trio that have their podcast on Wednesday Melina have their podcast on Wednesday afternoons. But I'm glad for Mickey. Mickey, I I was fortunate, along with the rest of us, to meet Mickey a few months back out at Sam's Town, and what a charming lady.
I would love, hopefully when we're out there, I would love to see if we can get her on the show.
That'd be awesome.
So.
Thomas, you're at the table if we get her on the show. I got news for you.
He's going to be on the table on Boulder Highway.
They rejected him.
All right, let's go back to AEW
Where we at? Where we at,
results
brother?
here.
Where
The
we at?
Elite beat Death Triangle in the ladder match to win the 7th match to become the Trios champions.
Are we surprised?
Nope.
Do,
Don't
do
care.
do you want to give them our comment?
Blah.
Exactly.
That was a good match, though.
Just spot fest.
All
Who
seven,
cares?
all 7 matches were good matches, but those titles were meant for the Elite, and they just had to build it up a big story.
Could have just given it back at the
The
pay-per-view.
Elite.
Didn't have to go through this whole mess.
Would,
Shut your mouth.
wouldn't it have been exciting if Death Triangle would have won? Because we weren't expecting it.
Yeah. they were
Everybody's expecting the Elite to win it because of the Bucks and Kenny Omega and AEW. All right. To me, I would have rather seen Death Triangle win it after the 5th match. That to me would be more.
That would have been way better.
That would be, to me, would have been more unexpected. Unexpected.
That's very good. That's 4.
That's 4.
Yeah.
See,
You hurt yourself. when
You
you
still
said
paying
I know.
attention.
My false teeth are almost
They were-
came
they were
out
chat-
of the
they were
mouth. Yeah,
chattering.
they were.
I saw
They
that.
were
I saw that.
but
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
next-
to
the
me,
next
that
topic's for
to
you
me
there,
that
Yep.
that would have been more interesting.
Let's
In
talk
my-
about
in my
more
opinion.
interesting.
In my
Adam
opinion.
Cole, baby.
We're gonna let Brandy take this next one. Go for it.
Go ahead, Brandy. Go for it.
I'm so happy he's back, and he came back as a face, and it's a great thing. I love me some Adam Cole. That's what my doggy's named after.
So,
I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's finally healed and over the
I'm
concussion.
so glad Adam Cole's back.
Just
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
it's great. And to be a baby face
Okay.
now.
take
I look forward to. I don't know if I want Brian to win the title in March, or if I want them to hold off and have Adam Cole win in May.
Here at Double or Nothing.
Oh, if Adam Cole wins the belt here, I will lose my shit
Yes.
completely.
what belt
The
AEW.
against
World
MJF?
Sure.
Yeah.
Never. I don't care who he beats.
Because I just like
He hasn't been back on TV long enough to even get a championship
By
shot.
May,
We're
they
talking
can
about
build
May.
it up.
No, that's 5 months. That ain't enough.
Exactly. That's 5 months. You're
There
talking
ain't
about
enough.
that for WrestleMania.
There ain't enough. He ain't been on TV long enough. There's other people in that organization like Wardlow who should get a shot at it and got shafted.
Not when they keep botching
So-
them out to Samoa Joe.
So I'll defer to you.
All right.
I agree with Wardlow. I'm with you there, Chief.
Give the man a little time. You know, let him come back. Let him get into wrestling shape. I'm sure he's got ring rust on him. Not saying he's not a good wrestler, because he is, but he's got to wait his time.
Okay, defend this one then. If Adam Cole has to wait 5 months to even be considered a champion,
Talk
to get
to
a
him.
championship match,
Yeah.
justify me how your up and coming female wrestler of the year, Charlotte Flair,
Exactly.
got a championship match in 5 minutes and won the
Because
belt.
who
She
else?
wasn't there for a year.
Who else is on there that's worth a shit?
On SmackDown.
Same thing for AEW.
Raquel.
Who else is worth a shit?
I,
Besides
I just
Raquel.
gave a name
Raquel Gonzalez.
who no, she's not on you said AEW.
No, we're talking
I'm
about
saying Wardlow.
We're talking in the same aspect of Charlotte Flair
and I
being back in
understand it.
5 minutes. and
I
getting a
understand
title.
it. Okay, I understand.
Okay.
But we were talking about Adam Cole.
And then you said who was worth it in WWE, and we
No,
said
I
Raquel.
I did not say that.
No, he did not. Matt brought up in comparison the scenario of Chief saying Adam Cole should wait 5 months. Matt is saying, well, why would it be any different?
I'm
but
gonna
it's fine when it's Charlotte Flair, but if it's
Let
Adam Cole,
let
you
me give you another scenario that I talked to Thomas about this week. That's Cody Rhodes. How long has Cody Rhodes been out of wrestling?
6 months. Almost
At
7.
least.
Yeah.
At least. But yet the talk is he's going to come back and get a championship match at WrestleMania.
He's gonna win the Royal Rumble.
Okay? My opinion, he's not worthy of getting a match at WrestleMania in May.
Even if he wins
So,
Royal Rumble?
so then what makes it different for Charlotte?
I'm not talking
He's
about
not- he's
Charlotte.
not no,
We're
no.
just comparing
Yeah, he's
scenarios.
not
That's all that the
Comparing-
all right.
He's not advocating for-
Charlotte was
So
out
you're
for
telling
months.
me if the top
Who
star,
else?
No, just bring it down. That's all.
Who else? Give me another female
Raquel.
on SmackDown.
Raquel.
No,
Liv Morgan,
no. Hell no.
Ronda Rousey.
No, that one no.
God.
Dewdrop.
Where's she been?
She's been out like with a
She's
bad
been
illness.
injured
She
and she
said.
can't get out of the country. All right. Before we move forward
Oh,
with
what
birthdays and
country?
everything else, I'm going to step aside for a quick break. However, before we go to break,
What country?
she's from Britain or something, isn't
Oh,
she?
Yes, it's from
okay.
the UK.
I just asked.
No.
All
You're
right.
fine. Before I go to break, I'm going to ask the cameraman to focus in on Mr. Matt. And from Mr. Matt has a few comments. Then he's going to take us to break. And then when we come back, we're going to do birthdays. We're going to wrap things up. So we're just going to make a quick camera adjustment here. And we'll have Matt. There's something that he'd like to say as an editorial comment. And then Matt will take us to break for us to come back and wrap up with birthdays and pop culture and maybe some NFL predictions. Matt, take it away.
I see people online that are watching this show and want to be extremely petty about nonsense. Maybe if you worry more about your personality, the quality of your shows, production, and everything else, not worrying about upgrading stuff. I think you put more shit into your memes recently than you did in your shows the last 2 years. Maybe act more mature, pay your bills correctly, and maybe you might be successful at some goddamn point in your life. Now let's go to break. Come up.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
Hi, everybody. Aaron Phillips here, inviting you to join me every Saturday from 12 to 1 p.m. right here on Worldwide Digital Broadcasting TV on my show, Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. I bring to you the movers and shakers of Las Vegas and really all around the world. It's also fun, entertaining, silly, goofy, informative, everything you'd want to be entertained by on a Saturday, except no politics, no religion. As I said, it's designed to be a fun show. Remember, that's every Saturday from 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific, right here, Aaron's Hour, Worldwide Digital Broadcasting TV.
We're back as the other guys are gone. We're back at our nice, high quality, great studio.
So where do we want to go?
Where are we going?
Where are we gonna go?
We're
Really quick about Frankie Kazarian. Like that
We're-
came out of left field. Him leaving AEW and
Hey.
signing with Impact.
Yeah, he kind of just came back, and I want to see him in Impact just because he's lost in the shuffle in AEW.
He was very lost.
Maybe he'll be like put back into the fold in Impact Wrestling and hopefully get on like top of the card. He's
definitely got like the X Division title, and then they can put him in the world title picture.
He's
after
still a
while.
great wrestler, and his family's freaking funny. We were at a couple Impact tapings when like he was there, and he's married to Tracy Brooks, and they have a couple children. And me and Scott were in the thing, and they were sitting like right behind us. And when Frankie came out, they started booing the hell out of him. We're all like, "Are you guys serious?" They were like going along with the whole thing. It was funny.
By the way, Tom Crawford put into the chat room as an FYI, not to digress off of Kazarian, Dewdrop was actually here in Vegas yesterday, apparently for a photo shoot at FSW yesterday afternoon.
Oh,
So there you go. So much for my current information.
Yeah.
Shouldn't your historian know that?
No, historian. Agent, yes. Historian, no.
All right. With that, what do you say we turn to some birthdays and then we can talk about the NFL, make some predictions, unless there's anything else I've missed on our run. I'm sorry. The irony of what you put here on the back page about a championship belt, I thought would be pretty funny. With the Jaguars in the NFL playoffs, there's a small chance that WWE would have to send a WWE championship belt to Tony Khan and his
Yeah,
father.
not
So-
happening. We don't have to worry about that. That's not happening. That's not happening. We don't have to worry about that.
Well, I think they'll beat San Diego, but I'm jumping the shark on predictions. All right. With that, it is time now for us to celebrate some birthdays. That's right, ladies and germs. If you're celebrating, what am I saying? I have no idea.
Happy
If you're
birthday
celebrating a birthday
to
today,
you.
January 14th through next Friday,
Happy birthday
January 20th, you are
to
celebrating with these people. If we can tune up the band with the song, which is, I'm sure, is what you're searching for there, Mr. Producer. Yes?
Happy birthday
You don't have the birthday song that we used last week?
No,
to you.
Why?
because it ain't here.
We gave it to you last week. You used it.
I know.
Okay. Never mind. January
One
15th.
job, Mr. Producer. One job.
Happy birthday to Kelly.
Trains off the track.
Happy birthday to Kelly, Shane McMahon, Bo Buchanan, Eddie Graham, and Tucker. January 16th, Luke Robinson, Sir Oliver Humperdinck. January 17th, Andy Kaufman, Jay Stevens, and Mordecai. January 18th, Batista, Joe Toots Mont, Ted DiBiase, Adam O'Reiner, and Mark Briscoe. Hey, if you're celebrating a birthday, Jesus criminy, celebrating a birthday. January 19th, Pat Patterson, R-Truth, Tyler Breeze, Sonny Blaze. January 20th, you have Joy Giovanni and Carl Anderson. And last but not least, on the 21st, which would be a week from today. So that's actually, we should have ended it yesterday, but I'll give it next Saturdays anyway.
Please do.
Polish Power, Ivan Putski, Maurice, Mark Curtis, Tigress, and the great manager himself and performer, longtime wrestling manager Bruno Sammartino, Mr. Arnold Skolin. So if you are celebrating a birthday with all of these people, we want to wish you a happy birthday across the board and hope that you'll be back with us next week in one piece celebrating a nice birthday week. All right, so happy birthday to everybody. Once again, I want to remind everybody, if you have a special shout-out birthday or anniversary or something you'd like us to acknowledge, please, by all means, feel free to leave the information on the Thoughts Count Anywhere Facebook page. Gentlemen, I hate fucking trains. Anyway,
It's been
Lisa Marie Presley passed away yesterday. Thoughts and prayers go out to the Presley family. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
no.
cut you off.
You're good.
That
You're
was
good.
that's
That's a
shocking.
shocker.
That's sad and shocking that
Yes.
she passed away.
And she was at the Golden Globes 2 days before and was being interviewed on the red carpet. So
I think she had cardiac arrest like a month ago. They said.
the Presley family once again, unfortunately, gets bitten by life.
And she is going to be put to rest at Graceland.
Oh, okay. Next to that.
Nice.
That's good. That's good. All right. Today, in about 2.5 hours, roughly, the start of the NFL playoffs begin.
The
Wild card.
49ers are going to smoke the goddamn Seahawks.
Okay, so
Even Pete Carroll did an interview and was like, unfortunately, we got to play the 49ers, and they're stacked and hot, and they know they're screwed.
Oh yeah, they know they're done.
So we're just going to go around the table. I have a runoff of the games this weekend. I was just simply put your initial next to the team pick that you make as we go around the horn, so we can have some fun next week and see how bad our predictions were. So Thomas, Seattle or the Niners?
Niners.
You
Okay.
would have said the other team, you're fucking
No, I-
fired for real.
I wouldn't go there.
Brandy,
Niners.
Chief.
Buffalo.
Special.
They don't play till next week or tomorrow
No, we play
or
tomorrow.
later, whatever.
You sound like a Canadian nuclear bomb.
Seattle or Niners?
Seattle.
Ooh, going against the grain in San Francisco. Next
I
game
like it.
tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern. My New York Giants go back to Minnesota, where they lost by a point on a 61-yard field goal on Christmas Eve as time expired. Of course, I'm taking the Giants. By the way, I took the Niners as well. Matt, playing in
I'll go
Minnesota,
with-
by the way.
Honestly, I have to go Vikings.
Okay, Chief
Vikings.
Thomas.
I gotta go with the Giants. I like Barkley. Then just give them pound the ball with Barkley.
Suck up.
No, it's prime time.
Oh, that's
Cousin
right.
sucks at prime time. We
I'm
all know that.
supposed to be near the microphone. Suck up.
Brandy.
I'm going to say Vikings.
Okay. Cowboys and Buccaneers on Monday Night Football. Dallas visiting Tampa Bay. Thomas.
Tampa, you can't go against Brady.
Brandy.
I always go against Brady.
And how many times have you been wrong?
So that means you're taking Dallas?
Yep, because I can't stand Brady.
Chief.
Is this an early game?
It is a Monday night game.
football.
Monday Night Football.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm gonna watch Raw, so I don't care about this game. So
Just give me a team where I'll pick it.
you can
Please.
pick them.
Matt,
I'm gonna go Cowboys just so the Cowboys fans can hold on to their hope a week longer.
Tampa Bay Tom Brady is 7-0 against the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott has never beaten the Bucket. Well, he hasn't had a
So
chance
then
to
it's his
face Tom
time.
Brady. I think this.
It's not
I
Dak's
want to
time.
listen. I'm not a big fan of either team, but I hate Dallas more, so I'd rather see Dallas go down than Tampa.
And
So-
God, I don't want to see Tom Brady as the quarterback out here in Las Vegas, fans. I'm just putting that out there.
I can't disagree with you
either.
on that. The Philadelphia Eagles, the number one seed in the NFC, gets a bye. Let's turn our attention now over to the AFC.
Right?
Let's see. I could skip Thomas for this question. Miami Dolphins going up to Buffalo. Miss Brandy.
I'm pulling for Buffalo for the whole thing. So
Okay. Matt.
The Miami, I'm just kidding.
Miami
Buffalo-
Bills. The Miami Bills.
The Buffalo Bills are going to the damn Super Bowl. It's going to be Niners.
Buffalo.
Okay. And I, too, am taking Buffalo. By the way, there was some criticism around the NFL league about after Monday's game when he got injured, and thank God, by the way, he got released out of the hospital, is now home, that the past weekend there were a lot of teams doing some celebrations that were not so kosher, so to speak, where one team, and I don't remember who it was, somebody scored a sack or a touchdown or whatever, and one of his teammates came over, pretended to do CPR on the guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
oh,
That was the Steelers.
So much for feeling
Yeah.
the way we felt about that situation coming together when we do that kind of stuff. And by the way, I never said this the week after, but my linebacker Thibodeau, number 5, when they played their last regular season game, and I forgot it, I don't even remember who they were playing. He injured the sack, and the quarterback was injured, and he's writhing in pain. And sitting next to him, Thibodeau, number 5, he's doing a snow angel right next to him as a
Oh, yeah,
trainer.
that was a couple weeks ago.
And I was yelling at the screen. I'm like, dude, that ain't good to do. So we got to watch this stuff. Really, I hate all the celebrations. It's garbage.
but did you see that DeMar put in the request for the trademark for after he woke up? Who won the game?
Who won
Oh
the game?
well, you know what? If he does, God bless him. I think it'll be a good
He'll be
thing.
at next week's game. They're gonna save him to come out for the Bengal game. He's not gonna be at this week's game. He'll be at next week when we play Cincinnati.
All right, I think that'll be good for the crowd as well. All right,
You know,
please-
Aaron,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
as I said before, it takes all kinds of people in the world,
Mhm.
and some people are just assholes.
Yeah,
and
like
I'll
on
leave-
other podcasts
And I'll
that
leave
we
it. And I'll leave it at that, brother.
Okay. Baltimore Ravens visit Cincinnati on Sunday, 8:15 p.m. It's a primetime game. Ravens going in with no Lamar Jackson.
So they're gonna get slaughtered,
So you're taking Cincinnati.
unfortunately.
Brandy,
Cincinnati.
Chief.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Okay, clean sweep there as well. And probably one of the most interesting games and possible upset, we're looking at 5 versus 4. The Chargers traveling east on Saturday primetime, taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Matt,
Sorry, all of you AEW people, but the Chargers are winning that game.
Chief,
I'm going with Jacksonville.
Brandy,
San Diego.
Thomas.
Jaguars. They're gonna get the Chargers are gonna get a heavy dose of ETN. They just gotta run the ball. Chargers don't have Mike Williams. He has a fractured back, so
And I, too, am going to take the Jaguars. Historically in the NFL, West Coast teams traveling east in general don't really fare very well. They are playing at home. You got Doug Peterson, the Chargers coach, very questionable in his coaching this year. I'm taking the Jaguars to at least get out of this
he's gonna
round.
be done. Once they lose tonight, they'll fire him on Monday.
That means the Kansas City Chiefs have the bye. So
Doug-
that's our picks. By the way, all these picks purely for entertainment purposes. Do not bet your house or your salaries or anything like that. Purely for entertainment purposes.
You can bet your house on the 49ers. It's going to happen.
Go, Chief.
Doug Peterson,
Yeah, coach of the Jaguars.
he'll be around. He ain't going nowhere.
No,
No.
we're talking
You can
about
bet your
the
house,
Chargers.
especially if your mommy paid for
we're
it.
about the
too.
coach of the Chargers.
The Chargers. I'm sorry.
Say that.
I'm sorry.
I said you can bet your house if your mommy paid for it too. It's fine. She'll buy you another one. You can park your RV in front of it.
And put your antennas up on top of it.
You want some memes, buddy? Here you go.
Okay. Any other? Did we miss anything on the run sheet? I don't think so. I think, believe it or not, we covered it. I'm going to go over to Studio 1A over there, get some final thoughts and ideas, and bring up any topic that perhaps we may have missed.
I don't think we missed anything.
Okay.
It says thoughts on women's tag match from Rampage, but I don't even know who was in it.
Oh, it was Soraya and Tony Storm against
Oh yeah.
the Good Doctor and Jamie Hayter.
Wrong show, buddy. It
Oh,
was
Rampage,
Taya
sorry.
and Anna versus Ruby Soho and,
And Willow Nightingale, yeah.
Willow Nightingale.
The bloodbath.
The bloodbath that happened after the fact.
Oops.
Jesus.
Oh, there was a bloodbath.
Almost,
It's
Sorry, you were at
AEW.
FSW.
almost as
Sorry.
good as Britt Baker's.
I would even say maybe more.
You think so?
Oh,
Okay, I'm just
No,
just throwing it out there.
even maybe Ric Flair's worst blood crimson mask that he ever wore. I would say Ruby was worse than that,
Wow.
in my opinion.
It was pretty bad.
And we've seen Flair get a lot
Was
of
it
crimson
that kind of
masks,
match? Was it a special match or?
Him and Dusty.
right?
Holy
Damn.
Jesus.
We don't have. Maybe next week we'll get a picture of that over to John, and we can put that up. But that is a picture that
Was it? What caused that? What happened?
I think it was a bad chair shot or something.
it happened early in the match. though,
Yeah,
didn't
that's
it?
pretty early.
Yeah, happened early in the
Damn,
match.
chair shot to the head. They gotta freaking quit that.
I just wish for Ruby they would push her finally because she did not get her just due, as we all talked about with WWE. I would love for her to finally. Now I know she was injured; she had a broken nose, not too long ago, etc. But nonetheless, I would like her to really get going on a bigger stage. Brandy, final comments or thoughts on anything that you'd like to add?
There's a FSW show coming up at the end of the month and Pride Style show today if you have nothing to do.
And where's that?
Pride Style is downtown somewhere on First Street or something like that. I don't know.
Nice
Las
plug.
Vegas Theater Academy or something like
It's
that.
it's near Oki and I'm blanking on it. Crap. By the cross from
place?
the
What place are you talking about?
where Versus is.
No, it's not at Versus. It's a different. It's Las
it's
Vegas.
okay,
Yeah, it's
I
not the
apologize.
Versus Theater.
Sorry.
I'm looking it up
It's
now.
okay.
Okay, that's all right. You look that up, Matt, as we get ready to ring out and close out this show for this week.
Are we doing final thoughts?
We're
Vegas Theater Company.
okay. Vegas Theater Company. Cool. Thank you very much. Yeah, we are just about. Unless there's something else I missed. I don't know if there's something else that we didn't cover that you guys would like to. All right. Nothing like dead air on a TV
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
So, Patrick, thank you very much. I see your message there. Scott, rolling on the floor laughing about something as always, and we appreciate that. Well, Patrick, I'm not sure what you've learned. We'll check and compare notes later. All right. Chief, I'm going to go to you first for final thoughts.
Folks, I'm the senior statesman on this dais here. And I've seen a lot of things in my life. And when you're constantly bashed and constantly bashed and constantly bashed, I've got one thing to say to you. If you have a problem, come see me and we'll work it out. If you have the guts.
Oh, they don't.
Okay. I'll be here 8 o'clock next Saturday morning. You got the guts? Come over and see me. Or quit doing what you're doing and act like an adult. For the rest of you, my fans, y'all have a great week. Know that I love you, and I'll see you next Saturday.
Matt, go ahead.
I'll go last.
You'll go. Well, usually I do my sign off.
Oh, I'll go second to last.
Well, I already did them over there. Unless you had something.
Just be safe, everyone. Have a great week.
Thank you. Brandy.
Yes, be safe. Have a great week. Live life.
Okay.
Everybody have a good, safe week. Hope everyone enjoys themselves. We are in a new studio, and this is a green screen. But unlike other people, John's mom didn't pay for it. So if you're going to go down this road of being petty, and you gotta like ask for loans constantly because you can't afford to pay your own goddamn bills, and you have to ask somebody else to pay their bills, and you really want to mock somebody that you're not going to pay them. My job has a bunch of good lawyers on standby, and small claims court is right up the street from my work. And if you don't got the money to pay for your cable bill, I highly doubt you have the money to pay for anything else. So if you're going to be petty, knock it the fuck off, because you don't want to open this can of worms, buddy. Everybody else, have a great week. For the other one, your time's ticking. That's all I got.
Love you, brother.
Thank you for watching, everybody. 1 hour from now, Aaron's Hour will be up. My guest coming up in 1 hour, Mystic Mona and Kyle Martin. Kyle does a great work as the Piano Man, Billy Joel, Elton John, and of course, Mystic Mona has been on before. We love Mystic Mona. She's been on Jimmy Kimmel. If you'd like to have your cards read, I would say call in, but we know the phones are having some issues. But you can put your message in the chat room, and I know Mystic Mona will have the opportunity to give you your reading, whether you want to know something important, specific, or just in general. With that, I'm going to follow up Matt's comments by saying this. Be kind to everybody. Why is that? We're all we have, whether you like it or not. All you had to fucking do was ask why.
Love
See
you.
you next time. Bye.